Morning. Race number 1, C1 Junior Woman. We have 5 minutes to the start. 5 minutes. Please hold your position and wait to be called to the start line. We have 5 minutes to the start.
Io sono venuto sono stato with the 3 minutes remaining to the song of the first event C1 Junior Women. Once again, some athletes are getting ready for the first event and for another European and the British champion. Just remind the best time 1:09:52. The European champion and the British champion this year was silver 2 years ago. Once again, we have to new European champions in C1 Junior Women. Once again, we would like to present 284 286 for Ukraine on the Saturday. 233 to the silver
Race number 1, C1 Junior Woman. We have 3 minutes to the start. 3 minutes. Please come to the start area. Come closer to the start line, please. Closer to the start line. The start will be between those two green boys, not outside of them. So come in between those two green boys. We have 1 minute to the start. 1 minute. All boats, please come to the start line. 1 minute to the start. All boats to the start line.
The start soon for 100 more in Malta.
Five come together with the rest of the boats. One try to stay in line. Okay, all boats forward. One stay in line. Five forward. All boats forward. All boats forward. boats forward. The start line is in between the two green buoys. All boats forward. 7, stop there. 7, stop there. The rest of the boats come where 7 is. 4 forward, 5 forward. All boats forward. 4 forward, 5 forward. Ready, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, the first group for the European Marathon Championships 2023. Once again, the information about this competition: 3 laps for only athletes, 2 portages, and 1 small lap for 11.80 kilometers. The total campaign is 3,000 kilometers. We'll see this happens normally for the portages. Event should be approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes long for the first athletes, and we will follow them also for the lap 3 for the first lap. So when it since the start, we see 6 athletes already in bronze and second position for the other athletes. We see in advantage returning from Spain area, Novo and then already Diego Bacca. Novo 17 years of age, Diego Bacca 16 years of age now, leading this group after first meters after 1 minute and 20 seconds. This is going to be exact a long journey to the end, and we see already at the beginning 2 athletes from Hungary fighting in one from Spain for C1 World Juniors Openers European Championships.
Svidro, jesi ti vidio kako oni to voze, a?
After doing some 40 minutes, we have already a group of 5 athletes ahead and 2 already a little bit behind for Germany and for Denmark present. We'll look at that once again. We will follow these athletes in approximately 15 or 20 minutes. We'll be able to see the first portage for the next. Once again, we will run new European champion. We will actually once again the fans coming from Ukraine, Buenos Dias, España, the groups in the substitutions, and we will also have to be the fans coming from Hungary, from Udazan, and we see after 3 minutes and 30 seconds now. Normally the start of this race, and we are far away from the finish line after 11.8 kilometers of the first event, C1 Women Juniors. That's coming from Hungary. Goes a little bit, okay, Diego Bacca, just to remind you, 125 buckles and medals already since the first European Championship. In 1995, we're talking about seniors competition, and normally Hungary 51 gold medals, Spain 26, Then we have Portugal 11, France and Ukraine 6, Great Britain 5, and normally 18 nations already won the medals at the European Canoe Marathon Championships. Znači 11,8 km, 18 država, 18 zemalja je osvajalo medalje na prvenstvu Evrope, a najuspešnija je Mađarska sa 51 zlatnu, Španjolska sa 26 i onda imamo Portugalsku sa 11. A ovdje, kao što smo rekli, sada i kategorija junior koji otvara ovo prvenstvo. And here, as we said, we have C1 junior women to open this European Championships of 2023. So in the next 1 hour and 15 meters, you can see the distance between leader and the second position, 16.22 meters, znači već je 16 metara i onda 30 do treće takmičarke. After 5 minutes already we have the athletes Batka from Hungary ahead, Novo, Spain. Then we have Lem, Ukraine, Moldavanova, Ukraine, Pretz, Deutschland, and Lolike, Denmark. After 5 minutes and 30 seconds of this first event, C1 junior women and the first turn. And we'll be able to see the next results list after the next section of this course. Once again, remember, we will see portages, the athletes finishing laps. You can also follow live through Trek. And normally, once again, welcome to Slavonski Brod for the first event of this European Championship. After 6 minutes and few seconds, now we will see after first turn also the gaps for the first complete of the medals of these European Championships 2023. Let me remind you, 22 competing nations are still 26. We had also Masters European Cup, so 22 will participate for 25 complete of the medals. Once again, we have boat number 1 and 284 Ukraine Moldavanova, boat number 2 and beep number 286 for Ukraine Olesia Lem, and we have boat number 7 and 6 for the current leaders Imola Batka and Iringo Batka for Hungary. Then we have boat number 5, number 43 Maja Lolike, Denmark, boat number 4 and beep number 80 for Germany, Nummer 18 für Deutschland, Helene Pretz, und Nummer 3 e Nummer 3 para España, 233, Nerea Novo. So these athletes are the first athletes on the course for the European Championships 2023, Slavonski Brod, and you can see once again Kisha Batka in the lead for Hungary, chasing her medal in C1 Junior Women competition. Remember, we will crown new European champion in C1 Junior Women, and we still have 4 athletes ahead and 3 losing pace currently after a little bit less than 8 minutes.
First lap still going on, 10.15, so approximately 1/7 or 1/6 of the course already behind the athletes. Soon they will conclude first 2 kilometers. Remember, 11.80 kilometers on the course, and we have athletes coming from Hungary in the lead, Imola and Iringo Batka, and we will soon see the first intermediate times. We can see 19.18 distance from the start, so they're approaching 2 kilometers for this first event. Remember, 11.8 kilometers, znači evo uskoro prvo 2 kilometra od 11,8 i imamo mađarsku takmičarku sa brojem 119 na prvom mjestu, and we have the current leader coming from Hungary, Imola Batka, for the first event, composed of 3 laps, 2 portages and 1 small lap. Then we have Spain and 2 athletes from Ukraine on 4th and 5th place, Moldavanova and Olesia Lem. 6. Platz im Moment für Helene Pretz aus Deutschland, and 7th position currently for the athlete coming from Denmark, Maja Lolike, after 11.40 minutes, so a little bit less than 12 minutes. We have current leader now in the first plan coming from Hungary. Once again, remember, 2005, 18 years of age, Imola Batka as one of the favorites to win the first gold medal here at 11.80 kilometer event of the first European Canoe Marathon Championships final decision. Once again, welcome to Slavonski Brod for the European Championships. After 2018, when Croatia hosted the last European Championship in Metković, znači u 2018 bila je Europsko prvenstvo u Metkoviću, a Europsko prvenstvo od 1995. Once again, we would like to say that 18 nations already won the medals, and Europe is normally the strongest force, because of the World Championships we have, for example, only 6 nations who won also the medal along with the European nations. So 13 minutes, and we saw also the fans coming from Hungary. Jona Potkivan, Magyarország, 13 minutes, and we have C1 Women Junior after 11.8. Once again, in the lead, Imola Batka coming from Hungary, and first of all, we are waiting for her to finish to conclude the first lap out of 3. Once again, remember, the reigning European champion is not competing anymore in this competition, C1 Junior, so it's Anastasia Dezhitska from Ukraine, 109.06, but as it looked like, we have 2 Hungarian athletes in the lead, and Spanish athlete Nerea Novo currently for the 2nd place with the Iringo Batka. Meanwhile, Ukrainian athletes fighting for 4th and 5th place. Helene Pretz for Germany currently 6th Platz im Moment für Helene Pretz, and 7th place currently for Denmark. And another turn for the current leader, Imola Batka, Hungary. And as it looks like, we are chasing the first complet of the medals. Remember, the next start will be at 10:35, the race number 2 for K1 Junior men. And this is going to be heat race. We will have the qualification for 3.4 kilometers. It's going to be really fast. 18 seconds behind is now Inigo Batka for Hungary. 18 sekundi, znači između Imole i Iringo Batka. Iringo je 2 godine mlađa, so 2 years younger is Iringo Batka, and Spain currently Nerea Novo, 17 years of age, and intermediate time for Nerea Novo. She's 34 seconds behind, currently at the spot number 3 for Spain, Nerea Novo. Remember, when we talk about European Championships, Spain took 26 gold, 31 silver, and 26 bronze medals, so they are on 2nd spot when we talk about European Canoe Marathon Championships, 125 complets. Once again, and we have now Ukraine fighting for place number 4. Alina Moldovanova now currently 4th, and then 5th place and 5th Platz jetzt im Moment Helene Pretz, 18-jährige Wettbewerberin aus Deutschland, 18 years of age. Once again, we will see the third section, intermediate time, and then we will see the first lap finished, and also getting closer to the first portage. Znači vidjet ćemo, kao što se kaže, još dva portiđa i to će biti uskoro za nekoliko minuta, but this we will see in a few minutes. Here we have 280 Alina Moldovanova, 18 years of age, Ukrainian athlete, currently on spot number 4 and 5th place for Germany. Und wir sehen jetzt zusammen Deutschland und Ukraine, Helene Pretz und Alina Moldovanova currently after the next turn. But still remember, Imola Batka for Hungary is here in the lead after the last intermediate time. She had 18 seconds of advantage ahead Iringo Batka. So if you compare the times of the last European Championships, we are about to see a little bit more than 50 meters, 53 meters ahead of Iringo is now Imola, and then we have really important, really interesting information. Then 228 meters behind is Pretz, 231. So a gap between current leader and fourth position is now approximately 230 meters. And see, here we see also problem for boat number 2, Olesia Lema for Ukraine there. We see number 2, the boat number 2, Olesia Lema, 286. Olesia Lem with the problems already in this first lap, so we hope Olesia Lem will go on for good result of this European Championships. Meanwhile, we see still current leader coming from Hungary, Imola Batka. Samo zanimljiva informacija, znači i svetska prvakinja i europska prvakinja prošle godine 1.09.06, znači bilo je to sasvim blizu. So the next information, we would just like to give you the reigning European champion and the world champion 2022. We are talking normally C1 junior competition, set the time 1:09, and we have already the distance between Batka and all 102 meters, znači već je 100 metara između Mađarke i Španjolke. And here we have number 6 already for Hungary, the younger Iringo Batka, only 16 years of age, soon concluding the first lap. And yeah, we see Olesia Lem unfortunately will not go on, znači nažalost neće ići dalje Olesia Lem za Ukrajinu, tako da imamo još 6 takmičarka u igri. So we have 6 athletes already still fighting in C1 women juniors competition. We have 2 athletes coming from Hungary and Spain. So after the first period of competition, we just see just slightly already where the medals could or should go. Currently we have 2 athletes coming from Hungary, Imola and Iringo Batka, ahead of Nerea Novo. Normally Hungary and Spain super forces of this sport, while Hungary took more than 130 medals already, 51 gold, 41 silver and 36 bronze. And the distance now between second and third place, Iringo Batka in Nerea Nova, is a little bit more than 57 meters. Znači sada između druge i treće pozicije 57 metara. We are soon awaiting the athletes to come for the first portage. Once again, we would like to say 3 laps, 2 portages, and 1 small lap for the first event of this European Canoe Marathon Championship, C1 Junior Women, 11.80 kilometers. Here we see Nerea Novo para España, fighting for her first medal at the European Championship, currently 3rd place behind 2 Hungarians, and we have 4th and 5th place already with a bigger gap. And the athletes approaching now the first portage, as it looks like after 20 minutes. We still have Imola Batka, Iringo Batka, and Nerea Novo for Hungary and Spain, fighting currently for the medals. So now also the athletes officially in the second lap already after 20 minutes and 30 seconds. The athletes now already in the second lap of C1 Women Juniors European Championships. And now we have the distance between current leader and second place 60 meters. Znači sada je između prvog i drugog. Znači između prve i druge takmičarke 60 metara. Here we have the athletes coming from Hungary. And now we have also Denmark and number 280, Alina Moldavanova now fighting for 4th and 5th position. We have 6 athletes. Remember, Olesia Lehmann unfortunately will not finish this competition, so we still have 6 boats fighting for the glory of these European Championships 2023. Znači 23 minute od početka, još uvijek imamo 2 takmičarke iz Mađarske i jednu iz Španjolske, so we still have after 23 minutes 2 athletes, Hungary and Spain fighting for the medals, and we're waiting as that also for the first portage. Remember, 3 long and 1 small lap for this athlete, 11.80 kilometer from the start to the finish line. So now they started the second third in the battle, and we will soon see by the next turn also the gap between first, second and third position athletes. And normally we have Ukraine, Germany and Denmark on spots number 4, 5 and 6. Meanwhile, we have 1 athlete less, as said, Olesia Lehmann fortunately finished competition, and Imola Batka approaching the first portage for Hungary. So the current leader will be now soon out of the water for a few seconds, for a few meters. Imola Batka from Hungary, current leader, but we still see the fight and nothing decided yet. It's a long way to go, approximately 40 minutes for these athletes, and now we will see the first portage for the current leader. 18 years of age, Imola Batka, znači uskoro ćemo vidjeti prvi portić za 18-godišnju Imolu Batku, koja još uvijek vodi ispred Iringo Batke i Nerea Nove iz Španjolske. So once again, the athletes approaching now the first portage. The distance between current leader and second spot is now exactly 63.50 meters, znači 63,50 metara. And in the third place we have 117.42 for Nerea Novo, 117,42, znači između prve i treće. So that we just see also the distance. Here we have the fans coming from Hungary. Tisha Kecske, Jona Potkivan. Jona Potkivan, üdvözöljük. Once again, welcome, and the athletes are set approaching the first portage. As we can see now, we have the athletes coming from Germany, currently on fourth place. With the vierte Platz im Moment für Helene Pretz, but we are looking and waiting also for the official confirmation. Next turn for the current leader coming from Hungary. Turning point number 1, Batka 25.57, Husenet Etwen Imola Batka, and we're waiting now also for intermediate time for turning point, also for 19 seconds behind, so it's 26 and 14, pare se će 14, znači 15 sekundi između Imole i Ringo Batka u boju sada za prvu i drugu poziciju in the fight for first and second position. And now approaching the portage, 17 seconds behind is now Novo behind current second place. Iringo Batka, znači 17 sekundi sada između druge i treće i 36 između prve i treće. And 36 between first and third spot for all the athletes. Vierte Platz in moment noch immer fourth place still for Helene Pretz, and we have fifth place currently for Alina Moldovanova, while we don't have any more in the fight. Also Maja Lolike, as it looks like, for Denmark. Znači i takmičarka iz Danske, Maja Lolike, nije više u boju za visoke pozicije. So after 27 minutes and 30 seconds of fighting here at the River Sava, we have 5 athletes still in the course. Hungary, and we have, for example, Pretz, and there's also Lolike still in the fight, but she's 1,300 meters behind current leader. And also important information, interesting information, 12 kilometers per hour, and 13.6 was the fastest speed for the current leader, and 83 meters once again was the biggest gap, and now the gap is getting bigger for the current leader, Imola Batka. Remember, last year at the European Championships, Ukraine took the glory with the European champion, but the athlete went normally now to the next category. No more competing C1 junior women. Once again, this is the category C1 junior women, and only the athletes still 18 years of age are fighting for the medals. Meanwhile, we are getting closer to the first, let's say, to the first half of this competition. 28 minutes and 40 seconds, and we see wonderful scenery of Slavonski Brod now also. Imola Batka, 94.75 meters ahead of Iringo Batko, and Nereanova approximately 40 meters behind. Znači nekih 100 metara između prve i druge i 40 između druge i treće u ovom momentu. In the middle of the second lap are the athletes. Now we have 98.47 meters. Znači imamo metar i po manje od 100 metara između prve i druge. A još uvijek čekamo na prvi portage. We are still waiting for the first portage for all these athletes, and then normally at the end small lap to go, but in this small lap, as it looks like, everything will be decided for the first medal. We have some interesting information about athletes tracking also on the live stream in track. You are kindly invited to visit its page normally, and also the European Canoe Association. You will find many important information, and now the distance between first and second place, more than 100 meters. 101 sto jedan metar između prve i druge. Sada, meanwhile, we are waiting for ECA portage number 1 in the first fight for the medals of this European Championships. Will crown 25 European champions, and this ceremony will take place at 14:05, znači razglašanje ovih rezultata u 14:05. But first of all, as said, we need to crown officially the athletes. We still have the athlete coming from Denmark, still fighting, Maja Lolike. Fourth place once again for Helene Pretz. Maybe she could try to get a pace in the fight for the medals. Vierter Platz im Moment für Helene Pretz, 18-jährige Wettbewerber aus Deutschland, 18 years of age, and currently fifth place for Alina Moldovanova. But we still have Hungary and Spain fighting for the first complet of the medals. Znači imamo još 6 takmičarka u boju, Mađarsku, Španjolsku, Njemačku, Ukrajinu i Dansku. Remember, 22 competing nations, and we will have much more. The next start at 10:35, znači sljedeći start će biti u 10:35 i tada ćemo imati kvalifikacije za 3400 metara. We will have the qualification for 3400 meters for K1 junior men. But first of all, we will crown the first European champions. This European Canoe Marathon Championships will take place till Sunday, and as said, we will crown 8 European champions today, 7 tomorrow, 6 on Saturday, and 4 on Sunday. 33 minutes of this course. Still we have Hungary, and Spain fighting for the first complet of the medals. Znači posle 33 minute imamo još uvijek Mađarsku i Španjolsku. Once again, if you compare to the time of Silkeborg European Championships last year, the time was 1:09:06. Znači, prošle godine u Silkeborgu pobjednica 1:09:06 i sada smo kod 33 minute. Now we are 33 minutes. But important informations that we have now, athletes for second and third place getting closer. They're together, but the athlete number 1, Imola Batka, also her gap currently getting bigger, around 100 meters. Znači oko 100 metara još uvijek vodi Imola Batka u boju za prvi komplet medalja. We will see officially after this section the distance between current leader and second place. 18 years of age, Imola Batka, and 16 years of age, Iringo Batka. It's 99:55, evo ga tačno 99:55 između Imole i Iringo Batke. Now we see the gap also between Novo and Pretz in the fight for the third place. It's 350 meters, 350 Meter zurückest. Zum Beispiel Helene Pretz auf Platz Nummer 4, 1 Minute 30, 1 minute and 30 behind current third place. Now in fourth place still Helene Pretz for Germany. And then we have fifth place currently for Alina Moldovanova, and sixth place currently for Maja Lolike. She's still fighting for Denmark. Još uvijek u boju za Dansku. Denmark, for example, took 10 medals at the Senior European Championships, 4 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze. Znači Danska je od 1988. Znači od 95. od prvog evropskog prvenstva osvojila 4 zlatne, 2 srebra i 4 brončane. Batka now, after turning point, we see 34-41, 35 seconds still split between current leader and second place, Imola and Inigo Batka. Znači 35 sekundi između Imole i Inigo Batka za Mađarsku, ali kao što sada izgleda na dobrom su putu za zlato i srebro, but as it looks like they're on the good way to win silver and gold for Hungary, as well as Nerea Novo for Spain. She's 25 seconds behind second place and exactly 1 minute behind current leader. We see now once again the results, the gap between 4th, 5th and 6th place also getting bigger and bigger after each battle of these athletes. Meanwhile, we see in the first plan the current leader with 100 meters of advantage here on the river Sava, Imola Batka, and also waiting for the portage of these athletes. Once again, we will see 2 portages. We will be able to grid them twice for the portage, and then for the last small lap, we can say just 9.9 kilometer is current boat speed, znači 9,9, a 8,1 za takmičarke. So currently we have 8.1 kilometer speed and 9.9. Once again, we are chasing the time of 1:09:32 of the last European champion coming from Ukraine, Anastasia Dežicka. Znači vidjet ćemo ako će biti ovo bolje i brže od 1:09:32 kao što je bilo vrijeme prošlogodišnje prvakinje Europe Anastazije Dežicke.
Ideš činit buć. Ideš činit buć.
Imola, gyere Kiev! Imola, gyere ki a port mellé!
The athletes will soon conclude the second lap and we will be able to see the first portage. Znači dobrih 40 minuta još uvijek Imola Batka koja završava drugi krug, so concluding her second lap and waiting for her first portage. After the first lap, normally second portage and then small lap for the current leader. Once again, we still don't have any differences. We still have in the lead Hungary and the second place for Hungary. And the most important thing is now the gap between second and third place. Znači, vidjet ćemo koliko je između druge i treće pozicije, bilo nekih 50 metara. It was approximately 50 meters, meanwhile Imola increasing her lead more than 100 meters, and Iringo Patka, younger athlete, 16 years of age, still fighting for the silver medal, still fighting for the second place, and now the athletes are getting closer and closer to the portage number one. Znači, vidjet ćemo ih uskoro sada naše djevojke za prvi takozvani portage u boju za prve komplete medalja in the fight for the first complete of the medals. And here we have now the athletes for the first portage. Here we have for Hungary, current leader, Imola Patka.
120 méter, a tesód van mögötted. Menjél szépen, húzzad.
Imola Patka je tu, znači takmičarka koja vodi, so the athletes who is currently in the lead for the portage number one and for the lap number 3. Imola Patka. So we would like to greet once again the fans coming from Hungary. Jó napot kíván, üdvözöljük Magyarország. Here we see Imola, 18 years of age, fighting for the glory to be crowned as the European champions, but she has more than 20 minutes to go. Lap number 3 and another portage for the next athlete, Iringo Patka, also coming from Hungary. So broj 120 with number 120, Saskus Iringo Patka. And here we have once again in the motor after portage exit Patka 42-16 and Nathan Quinto Disenholt Imola Patka. And here we have now the athlete fighting for the third place para España, Nerea Novo. Oh, Nerea Novo is getting closer and closer to Iringo Patka in the fight for second and third place. Nerea, 17 years of age, Iringo, 16, and we will see after portage exit now for Hungary, the gap between current leader Imola Patka and Iringo Patka. And then we'll be able to see also the next athletes for the portage. 54 seconds after portage exit, but Novo is now close, 56, znači 54, a Novo je već tu 56. Sada promjena, vidimo tu na drugoj poziciji. Here we have now the change. Second place between Iringo Patka and Nerea Novo. It's not decided yet in the fight for the silver medals. Now we see 17 years of age, Nerea Novo, currently second place. Joy portage bio zanimljiv. It was really interesting after this portage. Imola Patka still increasing her lead to 54 seconds, but now we have Nerea Novo, Spain, currently second, and 26 meters already, 26 metros para Nerea Novo. Iringo Patka on the third place now for Hungary. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the first portage. Also the athlete coming from Germany. Helene Pretz soll auch für Portage Nummer 1 sehr schnell kommen. She should come now for the portage number 1 for Germany. Helene Pretz, and we will see now the distance between these athletes here. Helene Pretz aus Deutschland ist auch schon hier. Helene Pretz, Germany is already here after this portage, and we will see this gap. Helene Pretz. Ja, natürlich, wir hören jetzt auch die Fans aus Deutschland. Herzlich willkommen in Slavonski. We would like to read also the fans coming from Germany, and Nerea Novo now fighting for spot number 2 now for Spain. ...45 minutes and 20 seconds for the current leader, Portage best time, for example, 31, das war Schnellportage, 6 Sekunden schneller zum Beispiel für Fritz, 6 seconds was she faster than the other athletes. We have 31 seconds portage, 32 and then 38. But what's important now, we have on our spot number 2, Nerea Novo for Spain, fighting for silver, and Iringo Batka fighting also for silver and bronze. And fourth place, vierte Platz, wie gesagt, für Helene Pretz. And we're waiting now for the portage, also 18 years of age, Alina Moldavanova, Ukraine. She should come to the portage in the next minutes for the first event, C1 Junior Women. Once again, we would like to remember the athletes are now already in the last third of this competition. Znači, u posljednoj trećini već takmičarke u boju za prvi komplet medalja. Also sind schon in letzter Drittel alle Athleten. As it looks like now, we have Hungary and Spain fighting for the first complet of medals. Once again, the ceremony will be at exactly 14:05. Sieger ehrentiert genau 14:05. Znači, gledajući rezultata će biti u 14:05. The next start will be at 10:35. We will have K1 Junior Men short race heat 36.26. Nerea Novo and Iringo Batka. Znači, sada je razlika 34 metara između Nerea Novo, Španija i Iringo Batka, Mađarska za drugu i treću poziciju, a među vremenu, kao što smo rekli, Imola Batka još uvijek prva. We still have in the lead Imola Batka coming from Hungary after 47 minutes and 40 seconds. And we're waiting now for the portage for Alina Moldovanova and also Maja Lolike should come to the portage number 1. Znači za portage 1 čekamo još na Danku Lolike, a prije još na Alinu Moldovanovu. And normally we have another portage before the last small lap also for this current leaders fighting for the medals. Once again, we have in the first plan the current leader, Imola Batka, Hungary. Now we see a gap again between Batka and Novo, 58 seconds, and 13 seconds now split between Novo and Batka in the fight for the second position. Znači 13 sekundi između Novo i Batka u boju za srebro za sada. But Imola Batka, as said, just increasing her lead in the fight for the first medals. Meanwhile, we are waiting also the next athletes for the portage number 1. We still wait for Alina Moldovanova and Maja Lolike. But first of all, the next portage is soon to come. Meanwhile, we see Hungary and Spain still fighting for the silver medal, and Imola Batka with 1 minute lead ahead of all the other athletes, and the boat speed between 9 and 10 kilometers per hour. We see once again the distance between Reanovo and Iringo Batka currently increasing to 40 meters, but still it's not decided in the fight for the silver medal. Meanwhile, Imola Batka still in the lead, waiting for the next portage for Hungary, and normally to take the first gold medal of this European Canoe Marathon Championship. Slavonski brought after 51 minutes, 51 minute. Once again, the winner set the time last year 1:09, so this should be over in the fight for the first medal in less than 20 minutes. Znači manje od 20 minuta i sigurno ćemo imati pobjednicu ove godine. 208 meters now already split between Imola Batka and Reanovo. Znači već više od 200 metara između prve i druge. And then we have 39 meters in the fight, and Prec Moldovanova approximately 700 meters after fourth place. 700 Meter Helene Prec Moldovanova here Ukraine. So for Ukraine, but still we have, remember, Maja Lolika fighting Imola Batka, for example, lap number 1 20:04, lap number 2 21:13. Znači prvi krug 20:04, a drugi 21:13. So 1 minute slower Imola Batka. Normally her gap is increasing, and she's driving safely home to the next portage and to the next lap for Hungary. You can see now the athletes, and their gap is 37 meters. Nereanovo and Iringo Batka for Hungary, 38.39. Hormins, 8 meter Novo Batka. 38, pa onda na 22. So it's really interesting. First 38, then we have next small split, 22 meters. So fight for the silver medal is still not decided yet, but here we see current leader 120. Her lap 20:27 and lap number 2 21:39. Znači prvi krug za Iringo 20:27 i drugi 21:39. Second lap for Iringo Batka. Husit Horminski Lens 21:39. And here we have Nerea Novo para España. 20:43, 21:40, 20:43 and 21:44. Nerea Novo fighting for the silver for Spain. And meanwhile, we are waiting the athletes to come for the next portage before the last small lap, before the final decision for the first complet of the medals. But we still see Iringo Batka, 16 years of age, still fighting, still breathing behind. Nothing decided yet for the second and the third place of this first event, C1 11.8 kilometer marathon. Vierte Platz noch immer für Helene Pretz aus Deutschland. And the fifth place still for Alina Moldovanova, Ukraine. So they are all now already in the third lap for their nations, fighting for the first complet of the medals. Once again, we would like to say 8 final decisions. We will see the first day of these European Championships. Pretz zum Beispiel 777 Meter, so 777 meters behind. And then we have another 600s for Moldovanova. Lolike, for example, 2.9 kilometers behind current leader Batka, and her boat currently 11.4 kilometers. Znači, evo ga u ovom trenutku 11,4 km nazad Imola Batka, who's still leading after 55 minutes and 21 1 second in the fight for the first medals.
Ilyen, átszét.
56 minutes and few seconds since the start of this first event, 11.8. We still have the next turning. Close to see the current leader, Imola Batka, coming from Hungary. Once again, remember, only 7 athletes we had on the start, and we're just getting ready for the next Heat K1 Junior. Man, it's going to be really excited for the spots in the finals, for the medals. And today should be the longest day when we talk about the winner presentation. We'll crown 8 European champions. We'll hear 8 times the national anthem. And once again, after the next turning, you can see already now the gap of Imola Batka getting bigger and bigger to second and third place. But we will see the fight for the second place, for the silver medals between Hungary and Spain. We still have these 2 athletes close to each other, and we still have on place number 4 Helene Pretz. Wir haben noch immer Helene Pretz auf Platz Nummer 4, and on spot number 5 athletes coming from Ukraine, Alina Moldovanova, and remember Olesia Lem, unfortunately out of the game. She was out after the first lap and she will not finish, but I'm sure we will see once again Olesia for another events here in Slavonski Brod. 57 minutes and 30 seconds since the start, so in a little bit more than 10 minutes should be clear who will be the first champion. And here we have the split, the distance between Nereanova and Iringo Batka. It's 26 meters. 6 metara sada samo između Nereanovo i Ringo Batka. Znači još uvijek pratimo boj za drugo mjesto za srebro. So we are still fighting, we still see the fight for the silver medal. Nothing decided yet between younger Batka, so Ringo Batka, 16 years of age, and Nereanovo, 17 years of age. For Spain, still fighting for the medals after 58 minutes and few seconds. Znači, posle dobrih 58 minuta još uvijek nije ništa jasno što se tiče boja za srebro. And we will see now important now for these 2 athletes. So once again, also the portage is going to be really important. We saw the portage number 1 was really successful for Nereanovo. Znači kod portića 1 je bila bržija Španjolka, pa ćemo vidjeti kako će biti sada Batka. 56-42, sada je njena prednost u skoro 2 minute. So 1 minute and 53 now, Imola Batka ahead of these 2 athletes fighting for the silver, and only 8 seconds splitting. So if it will go this way, so we can see now they're paddling a little bit more tactical for the silver and bronze medal. They know Imola Batka is too far away, and she will take a gold medal if everything will go as planned, as scheduled, but they will fight for the silver and bronze medal as it looked like to the end. Znači ova djevojka će se boriti za srebro, kao što izgleda baš sasvim do kraja. 59 minuta od starta, 59 minutes since the start of the first event, C1 Junior Women, and this young athletes still fighting. Remember, it's a long way to go. It's 11.8 kilometers of canoe paddling, and the longest distance normally for canoe junior we're about to see today, 3.4 kilometers. Junior men will fight 15.40 kilometers. We will have Spain, Germany, Croatia, Poland, Hungary, and Ukraine fighting for the glory of the same event for C1 men. And we will see many short races today, and the final start of the day will be at 17:30 Znači danas nas čeka dug dan u 17:30 bit će posljednji start, mi ćemo uskoro dobiti prvu prvakinju Europe, but we will soon see who will be the first European champion, and still we see now also, you can say, tactical fight for the second and third place between Iringo and Nerea for Hungary and for Spain. Meanwhile, we're waiting also for fourth and fifth position for Helene Prince, Germany, and Jelena Moldovanova, and we're waiting also for the gap for Maja Lolike, who was really quite behind, 22 meters splitting Iringo and Nerea currently. Znači sada samo 22 metara između Batke i Nove. 1:01, so after 1:01 we still have women juniors fighting for the glory, for the first complete of the medals, and we're waiting for the first portage and then for the last short small lap. Znači samo još jedan portić, pa onda još kraći krug do kraja prve utakmice. So to the end of this first event, and once again the European champion will be crowned, and later at 14:05 as the first winner's presentation. Znači to će biti i prvo razglašanje rezultata. 9,6 km sada brzine Imola Batka, 9.6 km now boat speed for Imola Batka, current leader of Hungary. After 1 hour and 3 minutes, we still do not have the decision who will take silver or bronze medal, because the athletes are still close to each other. Still nothing decided yet, but we're waiting now for the second portage before the small lap now for the current leader, Imola Batka, Hungary. Oh, we see now slight problems for Imola. Come on, Imola. Come on, Imola, and thank you for the applause. Hvala. Kisam Sipam, and here we have Imola Batka. She just has a small lap to go to take her first gold medal of this European Championships 2023. Vidjeli smo probleme kad je izašla na portić, ali sada polako, but she's going now safe to the small lap to take what she earned, what she deserved. Znači ide u posljednji kraći krug da uzme ono što pripada. And here we have Imola Batka, 1:04.41. Imola is back in the boat for the last final small lap. Znači evo je natrag za posljednji krug. Kraći, so for the short lap. Once again, remember last year's time was 1:09.06, 1:09.90. 6 blizu je Imola Batka. Nas sada zanima isto i boj za drugu poziciju između Nerea Novo, koji je druga sa 147 metara, Iza sa 147 meters, but we still have Iringo Batka now by this portage. But remember, portage number 1 was really successful for the Spanish athletes. So Nerea Novo now going to the water for the last final lap. And Iringo Batka for Hungary. You should give them a big applause, a big cheer for all these athletes. Jedan veliki aplauz za te djevojke koje se bori za prve medalje. Un aplauso por favor para Nerea y Ringo. Jedan minut i 18 je, vidite, između prve i druge Batke i Novo 1 and 18 splitting Batka and Novo and 24 Novo and Ringo Batka i 24 između Novo i Batka u boju za srebro i bron. And we will soon see the athletes coming to the finish line. Novo Batka, vidimo portić 1.02, znači za Imolu Batko koja je imala, kao što smo rekli, probleme. So we see the portage for Imola Batka was 1.02, but she was so fast in the water, she's still much more ahead of all the athletes. Novo, once again, the fastest portage, znači još uvijek Španjolka, još jednom Španjolka Novo sa najbržim portiđom 31 sekundu, 31 second, and once again the distance you see, it's 111.08 meters now. Also, as it looks like, also the fight for the second place is so close to be decided. Znači borba za drugo mjesto, kao što izgleda, dobije Španjolka Nerea Novo, Imola Batka, Nerea Novo i Iringo Batka su, kao što izgleda, prve djevojke koje će osvajati kolajne, koje će osvajati medalje. So as we see, Imola Batka for Hungary and Nerea Novo for Spain and Iringo Batka for Hungary should be the ladies who will take the first medals of this European Canoe Marathon Championship Slavonski 2023. And just a few minutes to the official confirmation. Meanwhile, also K1 junior men guys are getting ready for the start. Interesting side vorbereiten sich schon die Männer wie K1. Među vremenu već za 35 minuta K1 juniori, také za chvíličku za 35 minut bude startovat taky kluci v kategorii K1 junior na 3,40 km. So after 3.40 kilometers, we'll see the guys. They will start in 35 minutes. And meanwhile, we'll see the next turning for Spain, for Nerea Novo, and for Iringo Batka. A da pratimo Imolu Batku koji ide prema cilju, prema prvoj zlatnoj medalji. But we follow now Imola Batka, who will take, as it looks like, the first gold medal of these European Championships. And she will go to the history of this sport. Remember, the reigning world champion Beatriz Fernandez is now fighting, and here we have the European champion already in the finish line. Imola, Batka, Magyarország, Hungary. Once again, a big cheer, big applause to Imola, Batka. And we are waiting now also for the other athletes who should take silver and bronze medal. 1:0:10:08 je vrijeme pobjednice Imole Batke. Evo ga ide za Španiju sada, and here we have now fighting for Spain to take silver medal for Spain, and this is Nerea Novo. Señoras y señores, para España, segunda Nerea Novo, and the first place will go to Ringo Batka, Hungary, and the first final decision we are following the first final decision for silver and bronze medal out of these 25 final decisions, and Ringo Batka now we see for the first place, but for the second place, Nerea Novo, Spain. Nerea Novo, España. Gracias, Nerea Novo, for her silver medal of this Junior Women European Championships with time of 1:11 and 30. 1:11:30 para Novo. And here we have the bronze medalist coming to the finish line. Also for Hungary, brončanu medalju osvojit će Ingo Batka sa brojem 6 ili brojem 120 with boat number 6 and beat number 120. She will take the bronze medal. And here she comes, Ingo Batka in the last meters. Meanwhile, we should not forget we have Helene Pretz and Lina Moldovanova fighting for 4th and 5th position. And once again, here comes the bronze medalist, znači brončana medalja for Hungary, za Mađarsku, Iringo Batka. And her time 1:12:40 i 1:12:40, vidjet ćemo 1:12:36, 1:12:36 for Iringo Batka. And here we see also, we hope that everything will be fine with our European champion, Imola Batko. So once again, dear visitors, give a big applause to European champion, Imola Batka. Here we have now all the best three athletes, the medalists already in the finish line for Spain and Hungary. And meanwhile, we're waiting also for Helene Pretz, Germany, and Lina Moldovanova, Ukraine, to cross the finish line. A međuvremenu čekamo još na Helenu Pretz iz Njemačke i Linu Moldovanovu iz Ukrajine da dođu u cilj. Here comes out Helene Pretz. We see coming also Helene Pretz for Germany, who should take 4th position. Znači, vidimo i Helenu Pretz za Njemačku, koja će osvojiti na kraju 4. mjesto. And coming to the finish line, und jetzt kommt ein Ziel auf Platz Nummer 4 an in der Helene Pretz aus Deutschland. 4th place at the end for the athlete coming from Germany. And her time approximately 1:15:49, Rückstand auf Batka, 4:49 behind Batka for Helene Pretz, 1:14:57 za Pretz. as it looks like we have to wait also for Alina Moldovanova, Ukraine. We still see the Danish athlete fighting, Maja Lolike with number 43. And we will see now Maja Lolike and Alina Moldovanova. Meanwhile, remember, Olesia Lim closed after the first lap her competition, unfortunately, for Ukraine, so we're waiting only for two athletes in finish lines. Znači čekamo sada samo još na Maju Lolike iz Danske i Alinu Moldovanovu iz Ukrajine u cilju, a sve je jasno što se tiče prve zlate, ide sa Imolu Batku na Mađarsku. So everything is clear when we talk about the gold medal, and it goes to Hungary along with Imola Batka. And here we see the boat number 5, number 5, number 53 till Denmark. Maja Lolike still fighting in the water of the River Sava for the first final event of European Championship 2023. So remember, we still have two athletes in the water fighting for Ukraine and Denmark, Alina Moldovanova and Maja Lolike are still in the water. Meanwhile, we'd just like to announce the next start at 10:35, and we would just like to greet the athletes. Also, gestartet 10:35, nach 25 Minuten. Allora partiamo in 25 minuti, znači za 25 minuta počinimo sljedeću utakmicu. And we would like to read number 95, 95, Team Schlenzop, Deutschland, number 48, 38, Jette Borgert till Denmark. And number 210, Samran Vestodesset, Stefan Vignevich, Serbia. 184, Stosen Jason Sturridge, Igor Viskovski, Polska. Slange, Ireland, Ben Higgins, 158. Then we have 106 for Great Britain getting ready, Harry Freeland. 147 for Hungary getting ready, SAS, Nate Milan, Konieczny Maďarov. Then we have for Ukraine, onda idemo za Ukrajinu, Matvij Baklan. And number 23 for Croatia, sa brojem 23 za Hrvatsku, Leon Potočki. And number 2 for Austria, Christoph Schubesberger. And then we have number 216. 16 Laxel Nordenskjöld, Sverige, číslo 34, Karel Vecer, Česká, 162 for Highland Shine Butterfly, and we have after the next portage, Alina Moldovanova. Alina Moldovanova will go now to the water for the last final Small lap once again. Remember, first gold medal went to Hungary. Once again, we would like to say that we have Sean Butterfly on the start for Ireland, 270 for Sweden, 270 till Sverige, Axel Olofsson, and number 93 for Germany, number 23 vorbereitet is Sebastian Spree aus Deutschland. So these athletes are getting ready for the start of 3.4 kilometers. Znači to su momci koji se pripremaju za start celih 40 km. 3.4, it's going to be a really fast event. 15 minutes, maybe a minute more, and we will find the athletes who will be qualified to the final run. But first of all, this is the final decision, and here we have Alina Moldovanova fighting at the end for 5th place, and Maja Lolike, Denmark, for 6th place. It's going to be another long journey also for Maja Lolike. Her first lap was 30:38 and 30:59. 30:38, 30:59 till Maja Lolike. So we should expect her in the finish line in approximately 20 minutes. But once again, we are getting ready for junior men short race heat number 1. Just like to say, this is going to be the first fight before the finals, and we will see who will be qualified. We will have first 6 athletes, and next 8 best times of 2 hits will go to the finals. So we will see the athletes already in the first part of this competition who will fail to qualify. Once again, znači 6 takmičara će ići iz svake grupe u finale i 8 najboljih po Jemenu, tako da ćemo ih imati 20 u velikem finalu. So 6 athletes will go out of each group to the finals, and next 8 best times of 2 hits will proceed to the finals. Meanwhile, we follow Alina Moldovanova fighting last meters to conclude this event. 5th position for Ukraine, and portage number 1 time for Alina was 36 seconds, and portage number 2 39. Znači portage dosta brz i za Alinu 36 i 39 sekundi. I ovdje imamo, kao što smo rekli, takmičarku iz Ukrajine koja će na kraju osvojiti 5. mjesto. So we have the athletes coming from Ukraine, Dakuju Alina Moldovanova, who will finish 5th of this event, C1 Junior Women after 11.80 kilometers. Bravo, Alina Moldovanova. This was a fight for Alina Moldovanova. Her time approximately 1 hour and 26 minutes. Znači malo više od 1:26 za Alinu Moldovanovu. As said, her teammate took gold medal last year at the last European Championships in Silkeborg. This year, gold went to Hungary. Ove godine, kao što smo rekli, prošle godine je zlato išlo u Ukrajinu, a ove na Mađarsku. Once again, we are waiting now for the next decision. K1 Junior Men short race hit number 1 will start 3.40 kilometers, and it's going to be really interesting fight. Meanwhile, we're waiting also for Maja Lolike coming from Denmark to conclude her third lap and also portage and also come to the finish line of C1 Women Juniors. Znači, još imamo jednu takmičarku u vodi. We still have one athlete on the water of River Sava concluding her third lap. Sixth position currently for Maja Lolike. She needs to come to the finish line. Once again, we would like to announce the next start for K1 Junior Man short race and less than 15 minutes remaining to the start. Manje od 15 minuta, znači 15 minuta do starta ove sljedeće discipline bit će, možemo reći, gužve na startu. We will have much more athletes now on the start for K1 Junior Man short race heat number 1, 3.40 kilometers, and we will have 2 hits. First we'll start at 10:35, the next one at 11, and then we will have another hit at 11:25 and 11:50 and 12:15. So we have, ladies and gentlemen, really many athletes who will try to be qualified to the finals of K1 Junior Men and Women. Znači u sljedećim minutama, tamo do 12:15, ćemo pratiti utakmice kvalifikacija K1 za djevojke i momke. We will be able to follow now the qualification for men and women for K1 short race, 3.40 kilometers. Ovo je najkraća utakmica, 3,40 km, tako da oko 15 minuta, and we will see now the fights approximately 15 minutes long. But once again, we need to give the space in the finish line also to Maja Lolike, Denmark, who still fighting on the River Sava. So once again, we are still waiting for Maja Loliket to cross the finish line for Denmark. Meanwhile, we're waiting for short race heat number 1, K1 junior men, and then heat number 2. And we presented already heat number 1, so we should present short race heat number 2. That will start at 11. Number 35, Cisla Cizetpet, Stepan Tejnora, Česka, Czechia. Then we have number 10 for Belgium, Van Slonke. 245 for Spain, 245 para España, David Pazos. For Belgium, number 9, Tristan Mersmans, and 196 for Portugal, João Bento. 295 for Ukraine, Dimitro Mikhailenko. Number 69, avec number 69 for France, Marius Tute. And number 20, number 120 za Hrvatsku, Fran Holjevac. 105 for Great Britain, but before we announce all the athletes, we would just like to say this is the last portage also for Maja Loliket, Denmark. And once again, number 133, Arpad Kekeshi, Magyar Ország 133, and number 216, Civilko 216, Santiago Parrada, Slovenia, and 197 for Portugal. João Souza getting ready, and here we go. Maja Loliket, Netherlands, going to the water for the small lap. Sergio Dominguez para España, and for Netherlands 172, 173 cartouche. Main stage are getting ready for K1 junior man short race number 2.
Isto ručni rad.
Four minutes approximately to the next start. Znači još malo manje od 4 minuta do sljedećeg starta. Sada smo kvalifikacija junior K1 na 3400 metara. We are now in the qualification 3.4 kilometers. To the start, few minutes remaining to the start of the next event. Once again, we are now presenting the athletes. Number 19, Christoph Schubesberger aus Austria is getting ready for this event. Then we have number 95, number 95, Team Schleswig, number 48, Frtiotta Jeppe Borgert, Denmark. 210, Stefan Wignevich, and 184, Stojan Descent, Igor Wyszkowski, Polska. These guys are getting ready for the start at 10 and 35. Če start biti v 10, 30 i 5 za utrku, kao što smo rekli, K1 na 3400 metara, 3,400 meters. Then we have boat number 11 and 48, Elve 48, Jeppe Burgart, Denmark, getting ready. And boat number 13, Chinassis, Igor Viskovsky, 14 at 158 for Island Ben Higgins. Then we have for Great Britain boat number 15 and Beep 106, Harry Freeland. 16 boat number and 147 for Hungary, Milan Konieczny. And now we have Majolika, Denmark in the finish line. Majolika, Denmark concludes now the first event. Once again, Imola Batka is the European champion. Nerejanovo took silver and Iringo Batka took bronze.
5 minutes to the start.
And as you hear, just a few minutes remaining to the start. Once again, then we have boat number 20, nummer 20, 216, Axel Nordenschott till Sverige. Číslo 21 a číslo 34, Karel Večer, Česka. 22 for Ireland, 162 is the beep number, Sean Bartley for Ireland. And the boat number 23, Thomas broj 23, broj 270, 270, Axel Olofsson, Sverige. And number 25, nummer 25, Sebastian Spree aus Deutschland. So these guys are getting ready now for K1 Junior Men Short Race, heat number 1, 3.4 kilometers.
We have 3 minutes to the start. 3 minutes, please come closer to the start line. Come all together, do not sprint, paddle slowly. Come slowly to the start line. Slowly, please. All together. Wait for everybody. Ten stop there, 11 stop there, 12 stop there. All together, please. Do not paddle before the start command. All together. Ready, go!
And now we saw the start of the first heat K1 Junior Men short race. Once again, Schleswig Deutschland, Burgard Denmark, Fignowitz Serbia, Viskovsky Polska, Higgins Island, Freeland Great Britain, Konieczny Mađarország, Batlan Ukraine, Potočki Hrvatska, Schobersberger Austria, Nordenskjöld Sverige, Večer Czechia, for Ireland, Butterfly, till Sverige, Olofsson, and for Deutschland, Sebastian Spree. And here, as said, is going to be really interesting. 3.4 kilometers is going to be much more faster than we saw before of this event. 6 spots are left in the finals and 8 best time of 2 hits. Znači najbolji 6 iz svake grupe, pa znači najbolji 8 onda još, tako da imamo u finalu 20 čamca. We will have 20 boats in the finals of K1 Men Short Race category juniors. A imaju samo 3 kratke krugove, just to let you know they have 3 small laps to fight, and once again top 6 athletes will go to the finals directly, and the rest out will go according to the best times. The rest will be eliminated. 29 athletes are now here on the start for this European Championships. Discipline number 2. Ovo je, kao što smo rekli, druga disciplina. U prvoj je sve jasno. Mađarska je uzela prvo zlato, so Hungary took first gold. And now we have the athletes for the first turn. We will see after 2 minutes of K1 man short race juniors who could take these spots. We have 2 athletes already a little bit behind. Znači imamo već 2 takmičara, 2 čamca koji su zaostali već malo i vidjet ćemo koji će biti najbrži po prvom ovom dijelu. Who will be the fastest? Here we have Serbia and Polska fighting. Stefan Vignević and Igor Viškovski are now in the lead for the first spots in the finals. After 2 minutes and 30 seconds, znači posle 2 minute i po, vidimo već grupa se formira za Polsku sa brojem 13, domaći naš Viškovski, pa sa brojem 12, onda Vignević za Srbiju, napada tamo i sa brojem 18, Leon Patočki za Hrvatsku, also fighting for Croatia, and then we have also for Hungary, Milan Konječni, but first of all we'll have to wait for the first portage. Well, 15.8 kilometers is the boat speed for the fastest athlete. We'll see after 3.4 kilometers. There's only 6 spots directly free in the finals of K1 Junior Men short race. 3.4 kilometers. Let me just remind you the fastest time, for example, in the senior category is 14 minutes and 37 set by Mats Pedersen last year in Silkeborg. Znači, najbolje vrijeme je u članskoj utakmici prošle godine Mats Pedersen iz Danske sa 14.37. Ovo, kao što smo rekli, su juniori, but these, as we said, these are the juniors fighting for the medals. And only 6 of them will go directly. And here we have also Denmark in the first group. J.P. Borgart till Denmark. Then we have Milan Konječni, and we have for Polska. So we have Hungary, Polska, and Denmark now in this first leading group, and also Harry Freeland now for Great Britain. Isto i Freeland za Veliku Britaniju, Konječni za Mađarsku je tu prvi, kao što smo rekli. Mađarska je u seniorskoj konkurenciji od 125 kompleta od 1995 osvojila 51 zlato. So Hungary took 51 gold medals out of 125 complets for this European Championship. When we talk about senior competition, we see also about number 22 fighting, but here we have the first portage. Evo ga prvi portage za naše momke, pa ćemo vidjeti ko će biti najbrži. Tu vidimo prvi je za sada Milan Konječni for Hungary, and then we have Polska Igor Viškovski, and also the rest of the guys. Takže už tam máme českého kluka, wir haben auch Wettbewerber aus Deutschland. And going to the water once again. Remember, 3 small laps and 2 portages. After the first portage, vidjet ćemo ko će biti najbrži posle prvog portaža. Evo, već su natrag, pa vidimo Viškovski je prvi, 5:25, Freeland and Konječni. Higgins for Ireland, 6 second, then we have Borgar, Denmark. Botelej for Ireland, then we have Vignević, Večer for Serbia, Czechia, Nordenskjöld till Sverige, Spree för Deutschland, Schleswig für Deutschland, Olofsson till Sverige. Remember, top 6 spots linked to the finals and 8 best out of 2 hits, so we will see 20 boats in this spectacular finals of European Canoe Marathon Championships, Slavonski 2023. And we are waiting now for after next section who will be in the lead. So we are waiting for another portage, and we are waiting for, let's say, second half of this competition. Meanwhile, we have Konyacsny ahead, Freeland, Hungary ahead, Great Britain in the lead. After 7 minutes, we see Hungary and Great Britain in the lead, as said. Vidimo kao što smo rekli Veliku Britaniju i Mađarsku u članskoj konkurenciji. Tu je evropski prvak Mats Pedersen iz Danske in K1 men. Mats Pedersen ahead, Alonso and Buzan, they took the medals at the last European Championship. We're talking about senior competition. Govorimo, kao što smo rekli, o seniorima, a moramo i malo pogledati natrag. Dvije medalje je osvojila Hrvatska, druga je bila Vanessa Todt i treći 2011. Nikica Ljubec. Also Croatia, the hosting nation, has 2 medals out of this European Canoe Marathon Championships. Once again, remember, and the reigning, let's say, marathon forces: Hungary 51 gold, Spain 26, Portugal 11. But today's another story. Konyacsny 7:38, 2 seconds ahead Freeland, and 4 ahead Slavonski. There's Bogart for Denmark and Patali for Ireland. Znači Konyacsny za Mađarsku, još uvijek Freeland, Slavonski, Bogart. Then we have Vignjevic with no data, but currently 6 or 7 position as set. Top 6 athletes will automatically go to the finals, and we will see now the qualification hits till 12:30. Znači tamo do 12:30 imamo samo kvalifikacijsko sito. Biće to strašne utrke za mjesta na utakmici u 14:00. These are going to be the fights for the spots. Once again, 20 athletes will be on the course. 20 athletes will fight for the medals in the finals. But once again, remember, we have already 1 gold medal which went to Imola Batka, who won this competition for Hungary. But here's another story now. 9 minutes, Deutschland ist auch dabei. Mit Nummer 25, we have Sebastian Spree also here in the first part. So we have 3 athletes a little bit ahead of all the others. And then we have another group coming in the fight for first 6 spots. But here we have 6 athletes. Are they battling together to the finals to be qualified there directly? Vidjet ćemo. Znači imamo 6 koje bi, ako ovako nastavi, mogla direktno u veliki finale, kao što smo rekli. A tu je još druga grupa, tu će biti još jedno sito. And then we will have another group, another excitement ahead of us for top athletes to proceed to the finals of K1 junior men. We're expecting 1 final today at 17. We will see K1 women final of one of the longest competing days. At the end, we will crown 8 European champions. Na kraju, kao što smo rekli, nagradit ćemo 8 prvaka Europe. I ko će to biti? Imamo jedno zlato, još jednom za Mađarsku. But here we have, as said, 6 athletes now ahead. And if they continue like this, they could be exactly 6 athletes who would be qualifying to the finals. The next portage. Evo ga, portić broj 2 prije posljednjog odlučujućeg kruga, before the last and decisional lap now. The athletes once again on the ground. Here we have Konyacsny fighting for Hungary, and with 106 fighting for Great Britain, Freeland. And here we have Ireland also, the Irish athlete Sean Patterley. 6 athletes, but we have another 3 there fighting. Und dann kommt Deutschland auf Platz Nummer 7 mit Team Schleswig. Then we have Team Schleswig fighting for Germany. portage exit. Freeland leads 11:03 ahead of Konieczny, Borgard, Slavonski and Higgins. Schlenzok auf Platz Nummer 6. Dann ist auch Vignevic, then we have also Vignevic for Serbia, but no data currently. We should wait for the official result. Then we have Sweden and Spree aus Deutschland auf Platz Nummer 8. Nordenskjöld till Sverige. Plus me, so 9th position, but once again, as said, 6 athletes will go directly, and they are now in the last small lap of this competition. And as we can see, a little bit tactical also for the Irish athlete. He just rested for a split of a second, and we have Hungary now, and Great Britain, Ireland, and number 48, Denmark, Ibe Borgard till Denmark now in the lead. Once again, Ireland will fight for their first medal. When we talk normally in the senior competition, once again, 18 nations already won the medals at the European Championship. 18 zemalja ima medalje na evropskim prvenstvima u maratonu od 1995. Nemojmo zaboraviti, u Metkoviću bile su utrke 2018. So this is second consecutive European Championship in Croatia after Metković 2018. There's a 25-meter distance between first 4 athletes and the rest of them who are still fighting for 6 spots. So we see 5th, 6th and 7th spot. Nothing decided yet. As said, 6 athletes are directly in the finals, and the rest of them will have to wait for the times. And another turn now for the athletes of K1 men short race juniors after 3.4 kilometers. After, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes, we will have the first athletes in the finals. Znači za 3-4 minute imat ćemo prve finaliste koji će biti sigurno u finalu. Najboljih 6 top 6 athletes. We still have Ireland there in the lead. We still have Bogart, Denmark, 13-17, Tretton, Hilton, Higgins, and Freeland for Ireland, 2 seconds behind, and for Great Britain, Konieczny for Wiszkowski for Polska. Bartele, auch Schlenzok ist dabei, auf Platz Nummer 7 für Deutschland. Ist noch immer in Kampf, so he's still fighting to get top 6 spots to go directly to the finals for Team Germany. And Denmark still in the lead. Jeppe Borgart still in the lead for Denmark. And 14 minutes and a few seconds. So the guys are now approaching the finish line of this first qualification group. We can call it K1 Junior Men short race hit number 1, and safely as it looks like. Znači evo ih prva četvorica koji su varni u velikom finalu. Velika Britanija, Švedska tamo isto i Njemačka sada napada. Evo ga ide. So we have now Team Schlenzok schon auf Platz Nummer 5 oder 6 schon. Nach Wakens Final to come on the way to go to the finals, to come to the finals. And here are the athletes qualified, and the winner of this hit is Jeppe Borgard, Denmark. And Jeppe Borgard takes the first ticket to the finals, and the second, third and the 4th place go to Ireland. And we're waiting now also for the official results of K1 men short race juniors, and also the rest of the athletes coming to the finish line. And once again, here are the results. Borgard 15:02, Konieczny Hungary, Higgins Ireland, Freeland Great Britain, Wiszkowski Polska, and Bartley Ireland qualify. Schlenzok 15:27, he has to wait. Also 15:27, Schlenzok muss noch immer warten mit Zeit 15:27 ins Finale zu kommen. So he has to wait to be qualified to the finals with time 15:27. Spree ist auch im Ziel für Deutschland. 41 Sekunden Rückstand, 41 seconds behind. Nordenskjöld till Sverige 15:38 with a time of 15:48. And Olofsson 15:55, 15:55 till Olofsson uciljuje i Stefan Vignevic za Srbiju, but we're still waiting for the official result. No data says Znači, čekamo sada još na oficijalne rezultate, a nešto je jasno, Jeppe Borgart je pobjednik. Jeppe Borgart is the winner of this first short race, heat number 1, 3.4 kilometers. And we are waiting now for the next start. We will be able to present you the athletes who will attack now for the next spots in the finals. Number 26, číslo 26, Stepan Taylora, Česka. Number 27, 27, Hvales, Lonke, Belgium. Number 28, 28, para España, David Pazos. Then we'll have both number 29, 28, Tristan Mersmans, Belgium. And number 30, for Portugal, João Bento. Number 31, 37, for Ukraine, Dimitri Mikhailenko. And then we'll have boat number 32 avec number 30 France Marius Tute. And number 33, someone 33, Fran Holjevac, za Hrvatsku for Croatia getting ready. And number 34 for Great Britain, Arthur Morley. And number 35, Hormint et Arpad Kekeshi, Majarnosak. Number 36, getting ready for Slovenia, Številko 1630, Santiago Parada. And then we have 197 for Portugal, João Sousa. For Spain, number 38, 38 para Sergio Dominguez, España. And number 39, Levendert Cartouche, Mensing are getting ready. Meanwhile, we are waiting for the official results of this first group. A međuvremenu čekamo na rezultate prve grupe, znači prva šestorica je dalje, a čekamo kojih će 8 biti u takozvanoj čekavonici, and we will see which 8 athletes will be in top 8, and they will be able to hope to reach the finals. Remember, top 6 out of each group and 8 best according to their time. As we can see, just a few minutes
Number 3, K1 Junior Men.
remaining.
Heat 2, we have 5 minutes to the start.
5 minutes to the start, as the main referee said, 5 minutes to the start. Once again, meanwhile, we are waiting for the next start. We'd just like to say unofficial results once again of the first group. Jeppe Borgart ahead of Milan Konieczny, and once again confirmed Higgins and Bartley for Ireland qualified Freeland for Great Britain, Igor Wiszkowski for Polska. Op plaats nummer 7 dan am Ende Team Schlenzok. 8 Sebastian Spree, 9th place for Axel Nordenskjold, 10th place for Axel Olofsson, Sverige. 11th plaats voor Christoph Schobesberger, Austria, i 12. Leon Potočki za 17.06.30. Meanwhile did not finish. Nisu na kraju došli do cilja Stefan Vignević, Matvij Baklan and Karel Vecher. So 12 athletes in the finish line, 6 qualified to the final, 6 in the waiting room, and the guys are getting ready for the second start. Here we see now also on the big screen Tristan Mersmans, 27 for Belgium, and number 30, João Bento for Portugal. We saw already, viděli jsme už Stepan Tejnora, Vanes Lonke, David Pazos for Spain, and here we have Dimitri Mikhailenko,
slowly to the start
Ukraine,
line,
getting
in one
ready.
lane, wait for everybody. Come slowly to the start line. We have 1 minute to the start. In one line, please, in between the boys.
Only 1 minute
All
to the start,
together.
so we will go the word now to the referee. And 32-32, Marius Tuté-Puffels.
26, wait for everybody, don't go ahead. Spread alongside the start line and stop before the start line. Nobody cross the start line. All boats stop, all boats stop. 29 forward, 39 back, 39 back, 36 back, 34 back. All together to the start line, please. All together to the start line. Ready, go!
And we saw now the next start of the group hit number 2 in the fight for the spots in the finals. Once again, Tejnora, Czechia, Lonke, Belgium, Pazos, Spain, Mersmans, Belgium, Bento, Portugal, Mikhailenko, Ukraine, Tuté, France, Koljevac, Hrvatska, Morley, Great Britain, Kekesi, Magyarország, Parada, Slovenia, Souza, Portugal, Dominguez, España, Mainsink, Netherlands. Once again, good luck, guys. 3.4 kilometers, 3 small laps, 2 portages, znači 3 kraći krugovi i 2 portiđa za naše momke i vidjet ćemo kako će ovo ići brzo. We will see how fast this is going to be. We saw already a little bit more than 15 minutes. Once again, 6 top athletes plus next 8 best times of 2 hits will qualify to the final. And once again, let me remind you, we will just have now the first part qualification hits. We will have K1 women junior, K1 men, and we will not have K1 women masters because they will have their finals already today at 5 p.m. It's going to be an exciting race, but first of all, we will find out which young athlete will go to the finals of K1 Junior Men, ali kao što smo rekli, u 13-14 minuta bit će jasno svih 20 finalista utrke na 3400 metara K1 u kategoriji juniora, and everything will be clear in K1 Junior Men competition, and we'll see the turning number 1 for K1 Men short race, and we'll see which athletes are in front, let's say after the first 6 of these scores. Znači možemo reći posle prve šestine ove utrke, posle recimo 500 metara, we will see now after 500 meters which athletes will be ahead on our monitor out of 3 small laps for this second event of this European Championship, but normally far away from the finals. We are still, because these athletes need to qualify. Number 38 and 34 are ahead to Molly for Great Britain and Sergio Dominguez para España are in the lead. Here we have Sergio Dominguez for Spain and Molly for Great Britain fighting from the right side, the athletes coming from Spain, and the athletes will soon be at the portage number 1. Znači uskoro će biti momci na portage. Tamo je i Portugalac Souza. We have also the athletes coming from Portugal, Souza in this leading group. And once again, we have slightly ahead for half of the boat, Artur for Great Britain, 18 years of age. Malo je ovdje predvodio ovu grupicu Artur Morley, 18 godina ima i prva šestorica već je malo tu, a tamo je već sedmi. So we have, as you can see, 7 athletes now in the leading group, and there's a gap of approximately 20 or 30 meters, but the portage is going to be really important for all these athletes, ali sada će biti veoma interesantno posle portiđa broj 1, ko će biti onaj koji će da preuzme vodstvo koji ide na čelo ove grupice. Who will go now? We will see the athletes coming to the portage. You can see opposite from you a gap of approximately 20 or 30 meters to 8th and 9th position, znači nekih 20-30 metara između 8. i 9. pozicije. Još jednom, setimo se, prvih 6 ide direktno u finale. Once again, we would like to say top 6 athletes are going to the finals, and we still have Great Britain, Hungary, Spain and Czechia. Také už máme číslo 35, kterou má Stepan Tejnora, Česka. So we have also athletes coming from Czechia ahead. Czechia, the European Championships, we talk about Masters, 1 gold, 5 silver and 9 bronze medals. Znači u Masters kategoriji u istoriji je 15 medalja za Češku, ali samo 1 zlata. I vidimo sada ovaj portage broj 1. Let us see the portage number 1 for all these athletes, and we'll see the intermediate time after portage exit. Here we have Spain in the lead, David Pazos para España, Thaki for Great Britain, Artur Morley, and then also we see João Souza for Portugal. So these guys can still count to reach top 6 spots to reach the finals. Minutes and 30 seconds of K1 men's race juniors behind us. Here we have now Belgium fighting, and Spain, as we said, number 38, boat number 38, still in the lead. Sergio Dominguez still in this leading group after a little bit less than 6 minutes. Waiting hardly for the intermediate times. Čekamo na prvo vrijeme ovih momka koji idu po prvih 6 mjesta za veliki finale. So we're waiting once again after portage number 1 for the best athletes. We have 2 Spanish athletes in the lead, Pazos and Dominguez, and also Great Britain besides Artur Morley. So this 3 athletes now with a little bigger gap to the other athletes, and then we still have a boat chasing them. I na 4. poziciji isto vidimo ovoj vodećoj grupi predstavnika Česke, to je Stepan Tejnora, is also close for Czechia. Seven minutes and 25 in the start. Znači od starta 7 minuta i pol. And we're waiting now for the next turning. Once again, remember, first 6 athletes are directly qualified to the finals. We saw the first hit. And to remember, at 11 and 25, we will have another qualification race, and it's going to be K1 men short race. So the athletes are already getting ready. Ivan Alonso for Spain, Soren Mariti, Denmark, Don Cox, Belgium, Josh Zakrajšek, Slovenia, Filip Jahoda, Czechia, getting ready also José Ramalho for Portugal, David Kruger, Sverige, Matthew Collins, getting ready for Great Britain, Tim Muller, and Marcel Paufler für die Schweiz und Deutschland, pour France, Badouin Genies, pour Portugal, Faria, para España, Martin, and this is going to be the next start at 11:25, and we have now Portugal in the lead. João Sousa, number 37 now in the lead, and then we have João Bento, so two Portuguese athletes fighting now for the spots on spot number 6 and 7 for Portugal. Znači imamo 6. i 7. mjesto za sada u borbi dva Portugalca, pa i onda vidimo na 8. i 9. poziciji Belgijanca Tristana Mersmansa i Francuza, and then we have the French athlete also in this group. And this is Maris Tuté, Pazos, Morley Dominguez, and current position, speed of the boat is current 15 kilometers. Pazos, Teinora, Morley, Kekeshi, Dominguez, Souza, Bento, Tuté currently at position number 8. And we will see these athletes now fighting for the spots now, for the best spots before the portage number 2, and here is the current leader, number 28, para España con nombre 28, aquí, za brojem 28, znači Pazos i Dominguez, 38, 38, so we have two Spanish athletes and two Portuguese athletes. Now we see number 37 and 30 fighting for top 6 spots to reach the finals. Group 1 and Group 2, it's distance between is 20 meters, znači 30 metara između prve i druge grupe, to nije još odlučujuće. This is not decidable yet, so the guys are going now to the second and the last portage. Here we have the athletes, two Spanish athletes now ahead, and two Portuguese athletes fighting for the finals of K1 men short race, 3.4 kilometers. After portage exit, we will see now the results, and we have Great Britain now in the lead with a slight lead by Morley for Great Britain, and evo ga ide i za Hrvatsku Fran Holjevac, and then also the other athletes coming. Tam prihaja tudi Santiago Parada za Slovenijo, Sousa, Bento, Mersmas, Teinora, Pazos, Morley Dominguez, Kekesi. Nothing decided yet. 8 athletes are in few seconds, but the best portage time, for example, 20 seconds. Najbolje vrijeme portage, znači 20 sekundi, ovo je bilo stvarno brzo. And we have 28, 44, and 26 and 38. We still have 2 athletes from Spain, Great Britain, and Czechia in the lead. Stepan Teinora už je taky tam, Česká. Sú dva kluka Špánie, jeden z Británie, David Pazos, 13.3 kilometers is the boat speed for current leader David Pazos. Malo manje od 13 minuta su Monkey Sada Uvog, a little bit less than 30 minutes. We have now the athletes in the water, and still 7 athletes fighting for first 6 spots to be automatically qualified. But according to the times, also the other athletes will find a way to the finals. 32.50 meters is now distance between current leader David Pazos and, for example, Joao Souza, who's following this group. And as said, they are in the finals. Smolep, znači ovi su momki sada u posljednom kraćem krugu. And we have now intermediate time, Pazos, Morley, Tainora, Dominguez, Kekeshi, Souza, top 6 place, Bento 7 seconds behind Pazos. So these are the current athletes who are in the lead. Marsmans, Belgium, 8th position, 19 seconds behind. But remember, first 6 athletes and top 8 athletes, according to the time, will qualify to the finals. Just to remind you, the next final decision of this morning time will be at 12:15 K1 Junior Women Short Race. Druga utakmica koja će biti danas odlučujuća u 12:15 K1 juniorke. 14 ih imamo na startu. We have 14 athletes on the start list for the second final decision of the day at 12:15, and then we will have a short break till 2 p.m. and the afternoon part of the competition, and we will have also the winner presentation at 14:05 and so on. Znači prvo raznačenje u 14:05, drugo u 14:10, a tada će već biti na putu kanuisti juniori za ovo evropsko prvenstvo u kajakaškem maratonu. And here we have the athletes already in the finish line. Pazos, Kekeshi, Dominguez, Tainora, Morley, Souza already qualified, and we'll just have to wait now for the time for the next athletes who could be qualified. Kekeshi won 14:49 ahead of Pazos, 2 seconds behind Tainora, Dominguez 3 seconds, then we have Souza, Portugal, and Morley qualified. Bento on 7th position, 13 seconds behind. Mersmans 20 seconds behind, 8th position. But these guys can still hope to be qualified to the finals according to time. Remember, 8 athletes will be qualified. Znači još 8 ih ide dalje. Tutti avec 15, 26 pour France. Sa 15, 26, 15, 26 for France. And we have another athlete in the finish line. This is Lonke for Belgium. Evo ga i idu za Hrvatsku sada Fran Holjevac u cilj. And for Slovenia, in pa za Slovenijo u cilj prihaja Santiago Parada. Evo ga Fran Holjevac. Vidjet ćemo, we will see, this could be enough to be qualified. 1:07 behind Kekeshi, wet time 15:56, Parada 16:03, 16:03 pa za Parado. And we have another athlete coming to the finish line. Remember, at 11:16 we have Mikhailenko in the finish line, and 9 minutes are remaining now to K1 men short race heat number 1. From 41 to 53 we have 13 athletes, and first 6 will go directly, and then the rest of them will go further. Once again, let me present you the next athletes who will try to qualify to the finals. Both number 41, 41, Ivan Alonso, España. 42 till Denmark, Soren Mariti. Drin Vertig for Belgium. Number 43, 43, Dan Cox. Number 44, samo 44, 44 za Krajšek Slovenija. And number 45, číslo 45 za Češku, Filip Jahoda. Number 46, 46 za Portugalsku, Portugal José Armalho. Number 47, 47, till Sverige, David Kruger. And number 48, 48 for Great Britain, Matthew Collins. Number 49, Nummer 49, aus der Schweiz, Steve Müller. Number 50, Perez 50, Marcel Paufler, Deutschland. Avec number 51, number 51 for France, Badouin Genis, number 52 for Portugal, pour Portugal, Alfredo Ferria, et number 53, 53 per Adrian Martin, España, in few minutes.
Race number 4, K1 men short race, hit 1. We have 5 minutes to the start. 5 minutes. Please hold your position. We have 3 minutes to the start. Please come to the start line. Paddle slowly, all together.
As we heard, 3 minutes remaining to the start. Once again, we're presenting the athletes. Number 41, 41, Ivan Alonso, Spain. Number 42, 42, Soren Mariti, Denmark. Number 43, 43, Dan Cox, Belgium. Number 44, 44, Joost Zakrajsek, Slovenia. Number 45, 45, Filip Jagoda, Czechia. Number 46, Karancis for Portugal, José Ramalho. Number 47, 32, till Sverige, David Kruger. 48, for Great Britain, Matthew Collins. 49, 41, Tim Müller aus der Schweiz. Number 50, 50, Marcel Paufler, Deutschland. Number 51, 51 pour France, Badouin Genis. And number 52 for Portugal, Alfredo Ferria. And number 53, 53 per Adrian
All
Martin.
together to the start line, please. Do not cross the start line. All together to the start line and stop before the start line. 53 forward. All together. Stop there. Everybody stop there. Ready, go!
And a start of another exciting competition in K1 men. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, senior competition. And we will find out who could take the glory of this event. Remember, the reigning European champion will start in the next group, Mats Pedersen, and will start in the next group for Denmark, znači evropski prvaki Silkeborga 2022 će startati u sljedećoj grupi za Dansku. In senior competition, Denmark took 4 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze in the history of European Championships. Znači napast će Mats Pedersen, evropski prvak 2022, petu zlatnu kolajnu, zlatnu medalju za ekipu Danske. And once again, we'll see this is going to be the fastest, surely the fastest race of all, because we have K1 men seniors fighting now in the semifinals, and we have already ahead Adrian Martin para España, Jost Zakrajsek for Slovenia. Oh, and then we see already Problemen für Team Müller aus der Schweiz. So problems for Team Müller representing Switzerland, who fell in the water. Ist in Wasser gestürzt für die Schweiz. Schweizu, Team Müller. And we have also now in the lead presenting Portugal. Alfredo Faria is also there, 34 years of age. Meanwhile, we have Jost Zakrajsek coming from Slovenia, 40 years. And the oldest athlete is José Ramalho coming from Portugal, 41, znači najstariji, najiskusniji u ovoj grupi je Ramalho sa 41 godinu. I ide sada za Španiju. Martin is in the lead for Spain. Adrian Martin, 30 years of age. And once again, also in this competition, we will have the athletes fighting for first 6 spots, and also here we will see 2 portages. I u ovoj grupi ćemo vidjeti 2 takozvana portidža, znači prijenos čamca od vode pa još jednom natrag na vodu. Once again, 3.40 kilometers race, and we have a group of 9 athletes in the lead. Znači ovih 9 takmičarija, tu je Martin za Španjolsku sa brojem 53, still in the lead for Spain. Once again, we would just like to say in Silkeborg in K1 3,400 meters, Mats Pedersen, 2 gold medal ahead of Ivan Alonso, Spain, and Walter Buzain, Spain. And for example, we have Ramalho in this group, who took 11th position last year. And we have Eivind Volt till Norge, who took 5th position. They will all start in the next group. A u sljedećoj grupi imamo i Franja Žnidarića iz Hrvatske i ostale takmičare, kao što smo rekli, najboljih 6 ide dalje. So top 6 athletes will go further to the finals. Here we have first 6 athletes also in this first group, but one Janis de France avec number 51, onda sa pronto 31, 41 para Ivan Alonso. These guys are now in the lead. And also for Denmark, Soren Marete, first 6 athletes. And then we have also for Great Britain, number 111 or 48, Matthew College. And Jost Zakrajsek fighting for Slovenia. Zaenkrat na 8. mjesto. Distance between group 1 and number 2 is 40 meters. Ivan Alonso, 20.16 meters for Ivan Alonso, who took a silver medal at the last European Championships in Silkeborg. Ivan Alonso, koji je uzeo srebro u 2022. u Silkeborgu, 38 godina, iz Španjolske, je jedan između favorita da se plasira u veliki finale. Evo ga, ide i za Francesco also for France. Here we have a set Spanish athlete, also Jošt Zakrajšek leaving the boat for Slovenia. Here we have the athletes coming from Belgium, Dan Cox, number 43, and portage exit, Martin, Spain, Faria, Ramalho, Alonso. So we have two Spanish athletes, two Portuguese. Then we have Genice and Marretti for Denmark. Collins, for example, 6 seconds behind, 6th position, and to be directly qualified, 18 seconds behind the other athletes. So this is race number 5 going on, dear ladies and gentlemen, for the 6 spots in the finals. Once again, in the race number 3, we have official results. Kekeshi, Pazos, Steinora, Dominguez, Souza, and Morley qualified, and Joao Bento's time 15:01. This is the time to be qualified. Then we have Mersmans, Tute, Lonke, Holevac, Sparada, Mikhailenko, and Melsik are now waiting in the waiting room, but there's another group of athletes waiting to take this 8 entry tickets to the finals. We see this next group led by Jošt Zakrajšek, number 215, and then we have Great Britain. They're approximately 70 meters behind Sedandeset Metarasu Isa, and number 48 Matthew Collins, 23 years of age, athlete coming from Great Britain. Also fighting for the spots to qualify to the finals. And once again for Portugal, Alfredo Faria and José Ramalho. Alfredo Faria, for example, took 8th position in the last European Championship. So 8th position, and we will see once again at the last European Championship, gold to Denmark and silver and bronze to Spain with Walter Bozan. But Walter Bozan is not fighting here for another medals, but we hear Janat Selle coming from Hungary, who will be also fighting, and also the other athletes, Martin, Ramalho, and Faria, and Alonso. They're all in 3 seconds. There is Genice for France, Marretti, Jošt Zakrajšek now on 7th position. 7 meters they Scott Zakrajšek. Collins 8, Kruger 9th, Baufler auf Platz Nummer 10 für Deutschland mit 19 Sekunden Rückstand. Jednats the 11th position for Jahoda, 29 seconds behind of K1 man short race, 3.4 kilometers. Slavonski brought European Canoe Marathon Championships Croatia. The second final decision is about to be done as at 12 and 15 with the start K1 women, because we are following now the hits, and 6 athletes will be qualified. But when Genice pour France avec 17 kilomètres, now 16 kilometers, 16 kilometers, 16 or 17 kilometers now is the current speed for the leading group. 6 athletes are in this leading group, and they're approaching the portage number 2. I ovdje idu momci sada protiv portiđa broj 2 i ove su već napravili neku razliku i za sada su varni. Bezbedni su, evo ga ide tamo na 7. i 8. poziciji, 7th position currently for Jošt Zakrajšek, Slovenia, and we see another athlete fighting for Great Britain. Now the distance between group number 1 and 2 is 47 meters, but remember there are still 8 spots left in the finals through the qualification heat K1 man short race. And as said, we're about to see the finals of K1 junior man short race at 15 and 30 for the juniors, and for the men this is going to be at 17 and 30. Znači u 17 i 30 bit će finale ove utakmice koje pratimo sada. Zakrajšek is now going closer and closer, only 4 seconds behind 6th position, samo 4 sekunde za sedmog Zakrajška, za ovu grupu gdje su Španjolci, Portugalci i Francuzi. Još Zakrajšek now here, portage number 2 for Slovenia. Znači na 7. poziciji takmičar iz Slovenije, a tu još uvijek Matthew Collins iz Velike Britanije, a vidjet ćemo koji će biti prvi vodi. We will see who will be the first in the water now. We have number 46 first in the water, José Ramalho, Portugal. A tak už máme číslo 32, Filip Jachoda, má jen 19 roku, 19 years of age. And Martin Faria Ramalho, Alonso Maretti, Denmark, and Janice Zakrajšek now 10 seconds behind Janice before the last decisional lap. Ovo je znači posljednji odlučujući krug za ovu grupu. And remember, the next start will be K1 men's short race, and this race is going to be composed by the European champion Mats Pedersen, Denmark, who's already waiting on the start line since we have 11 minutes since the start. Adrian Martin, Spain, leading this group. Alfredo Faria for Portugal also in this group. So another ace out of the sleeve came from the Spanish team, as it looked like. Adrian Martin, who will fight also for the medals if he continues this way. Then we have Germany, dann kommt auch Deutschland mit Marcel Paufler, 28-jährige Wettbewerber mit Nummer 50 am boot. Number 50 on the boat, sa budem 50 na čamcu i onda sa brojom 48 Matthew Collins. To su ta grupa koji su sada u malom zaostatku. Ide tu sa brojom 42. Then we have number 42, Soren Maretti, current boat speed 15 kilometers per hour. Next turn for all the athletes, and 5 of them, as it looks like, really safe on the way to the finals. Para España, pour Portugal, to France, and once again we still see the fight for the 6th place to be qualified to K1 men's short finals at 17 and 30. Znači finale ovih najbržih, najatraktivnijih utakmica bit će u 17:00 za žene, u 17:30 za muškarce. José Ramalho je tu, kao što smo rekli, 8. je bio, znači 11. je bio na posljednjem europskom prvenstvu, a tu je Ivan Alonso koji je uzeo srebro. And once again, we would like to say the best time last year was 14 minutes and 37 seconds set by European champion Mats Pedersen. And we are waiting also for the ladies event, ladies finals. Vanda Kisli, Hungary, will try to take another gold medal. And here we have the 5 athletes ahead, and they will be really soon safely through to the finals. Znači vidimo ovu prvu petoricu koji će biti uskoro u velikom finalu. We see now fighting José Zakrajšek, currently 6th position, and the athletes are now in the finish line, and this was really good time in the finish line. José Zakrajšek will take the last 6th ticket, and here we have Martin, officially Ramalho, Faria, Alonso, Maretti, and José Zakrajšek safely through. And we have now Jenny 7e place avec 14-13, 14-13. And we have Collins, Paufler aus Deutschland mit 17 Sekunden Rückstand, 17 seconds behind for Paufler, Germany. And we are waiting now also for the other athletes coming to the finish line. But we have two athletes from Spain, two from Portugal, one from Slovenia, one from Denmark, safely through Kruger Sverige with 14:32, 13:32. Till Kruger. Cox is in the finish line, 14:41, 13:41. For Cox, Aushietam, Yahoda, 14:45, 14:45 for the athlete coming from Czechia. And once again on the big screen are the athletes qualified: Usosa, Krajcik, Ramalho, and Alfredo Faria. And here we have also qualified for France, Badouin Genies. Avec 24 ans, 24 years of age, 27 rodičný takmičar iz Francuske. Isto je dalje u velikom finalu. A sada čekamo na drugu kvalifikacijsku grupu u kojoj će biti i evropski prvak. We're waiting now for the second heat and we will be able to see the reigning European champion. We have Denmark, Hungary, Norway, France, Ukraine, Belgium, and imamo onda i Hrvatsku i Srbiju, and we have 13 athletes and 6 athletes will be directly qualified to the finals. We'll just take 2 or 3 minutes break and we'll be back for some more for heat number 2. It's 11:40, so 10 minutes according to the schedule to K1 men's short race heat number 2. And at 12:15 we will have another finals, K1 junior women short race, and this is going to be a wonderful finals. We have exactly 19 athletes in the finals and we will present them later. But first of all, we are waiting for K1 men short race heat number 2. And once again, we would like to say 6 athletes are qualified, plus 8 best out of 2 hits, so we will have 20 athletes in the finals. Znači, najboljih 6 ide direktno dalje, 8 onda najboljih po vremenu, znači 20 će ih biti u velikom finalu u 17:30, so we'll have 20 athletes and the finals at 17:30.
number 5. Okay. K1 men short race, hit 2. We have 5 minutes to the start. 5 minutes. Please follow the instruction of the liners.
As we heard, less than 5 minutes remaining to the start of K1 Man Short Race Heat number 2. Kao što smo čuli, manje od 5 minuta je još do početka druge kvalifikacijske grupe. Weniger als 5 Minuten sind noch geblieben, alors 5 Minuten. 5 minuta. Once again, we would like to present all the athletes here for 3,400 meters. That is 3,400 metara. And here we see also the animation of the course and also the portages, also 2 portages, as always, kao I ovdje imat ćemo dvojicu portage'a after first lap, posle prvog I drugog, pa onda dolazak u cilj, and at the end we have last small lap for all these athletes who will now fight for top 6 spots. Here we see on the big screen the reigning European champion, Mats Pedersen from Denmark, and beside him number 57, sa brojem 57, Vukašin Vujanić, Serbia. Number 58, Edvin Jult, Zalampeli, Magyarország. Number 59, Femtini, till Norge, Jon Volt. And number 60, Hotven, Čanacelje, Magyarország. Number 61, sa brojem 61, 61, Janis Werner aus Deutschland. And number 62, avec number 68, France Quentin Urban. Number 63, 63, Event Volt Norge. And number 64, sa brojem 64, Franjo Žnidarić, Hrvatska. And number 65 for Ukraine, Vitaly Tsurkan. And number 66 for Great Britain, James Russell. Number 67, 67, Laurens Panekuk for Belgium. And number 68, 68, Maxim Redko za Ukrainu. For Ukraine, 13 athletes, and first 6 will be directly qualified. Once again, let me remind you the race number 4 and is finished. We have 6 athletes already in the finals. Martin Faria Ramalho, Alonso Maritian, Zakrajsek, and first in the waiting room with time 14-12. But when Genies, and now we will give the word to the main referee, and then we will follow the athletes. Once again, they are being presented now on the start.
59 forward, please. All together, stop before the start line. All the athletes stop before the start line. Come all together, please. All together. 62, slowly. Everybody stop there. Everybody stop there. Everybody stop there. Stop. 62 back, 61 back, 60 back. Ready, go!
And the start of the next heat number 2, or we could say semifinals of K1 3,400 meters. Once again, Mats Pedersen, Vukašin Vujanić, Zalampeli, Jon Volt, Čanacelje, Janis Werner, Quentin Urban, Eivind Volt, Franjo Žnidarić, Vitaly Tsurkan, James Russell, Laurens Panekuk, and Maxim Redko will fight for top 6 athletes, top 6 spots to be qualified in the finals. Remember, European Championship since 1995. We're talking about seniors now, and for example, We have also Team Norway here fighting. They took 2 bronze medals in the history of this sport. 125 completes of the medals were presented to the best athletes. Hungary once again took 51 gold, Spain 26, Portugal 11, and then we have on 4th spot France and Ukraine with 6 gold medals, Great Britain 5, Poland 4 gold medals, Denmark 4, Slovakia 3, and so on. And we will see now the athletes fighting for the best results. Here we have number 66, 26 years of age, Great Britain, James Russell, leading this group to the end of the first small lap. Znači, prvi je na čelu ove grupe je Britanac James Russell, 26-godišnji takmičar, 26 years of age. He took 6th place at the last European Championships in Silkeborg. Na zadnjem evropskom prvenstvu bio je na 6. poziciji za Veliku Britaniju, koji predvodi sad ovu grupu. And we see approximately 5 boats already having a gap to this current leading group. And here we see in first plan for Hungary, Magyar Ország, Zalampeli, and for Ukraine, Maxim Ritko. Zalampeli is 13.7 speed of the boat for Zalan, only 21 years of age. Znači 21 godina, rođen 2002. Zalan Peli je isto u ovoj grupi koji je sada se malo odvojila. Pa pogledajmo Russell, Pedersen, Panekoke for Belgium, Volt for Norway, and we have both 2 Volts and Selye for Hungary. And both Norwegian athletes were paddling in the finals last year. 5th place for Volt, for Eivind Volt, and 7th place for Jon Volt. For example, na kraju su bili 5. i 7. Eivind je stariji, 30 godina, Jon 26. Oba su dvojica bile u finalu na 5. i 7. poziciji prošljeg europskog prvenstva u Silkeborgu. And we will see really soon the next group. 7 athletes are still in the leading group. Meanwhile, the rest are a little bit behind. Now we see the boat speed of Eivind Volt, 16.5 kilometers per hour. And here you see on the big screen also the reigning European champion, Mats Pedersen, who took gold medal at 3,400 meters short race in 29.8. We're waiting also for this event to happen. Meanwhile, Ivan Alonso already safely through to the finals. He also took silver at 29.8 kilometers. So we are following now the athletes. As said, 20 athletes will be paddling in the finals as last European Championships. And here you see already the athletes with a bigger gap to this leading group composed by 2 Norwegians. Kao što smo rekli, vidite, već je razlika između ove grupe i one koje dolazi posle 4 minuta i 20, after 4 minutes and 20 seconds. We have 8 boats in the lead short race. Pedersen, Volt, Panekoek, Volt, Russell for Great Britain, and Urban for France. Selye is also here in Peli. So we have 8 athletes, Redko and Surkan for Ukraine, 9th and 10th, with a little bit bigger gap at portage number 1 for first athletes who are now here in front of us. And also the reigning European champion. Evo ih, sada se vraćaju u vodu momci. A da vidimo kako će biti i ovdje za Ukrajinu. Imali su oko 15 sekundi za ostatka. And here we have Norwegians already here in the water. Pedersen still in the lead for Denmark. 5-2, Volt 5-3, Selvey. 8-8, Russell we have 5-0-5. Then we have Volt 5-6, Panekoek, Urban Peli. Evo ga ide i bori se Franjo Žnidarić za Hrvatsku, also fighting for Croatia, and we're waiting for the rest of the guys to come portage best time, for example, Selye, Hungary, 20 seconds. Then we have Pedersen, Peli, Volt, Russell, 21 seconds. Also Pannekuke, Volt, 22 seconds time. Werner mit 22 Sekunden portage für Deutschland. 22 seconds for Werner, Germany portage time. But as we said, paddling to the next portage and then to the final decision lap, and then we'll have a set at 12 and 15, the second finals of this European Championship underway. Just to present you the athletes will be coming from Ukraine, Tonkono, for Hungary, Zofia Serafin, for Ireland, getting ready, Kato Halloran, for Portugal, Andrea Duarte, za Hrvatsku, Mija Stojakovic, für Deutschland, Sommer, for Ukraine, Horna, for Great Britain getting ready, Russer, per España, Zornoza, till Sverige, Nilsson, for Denmark, Alsoer, per España, Alonso getting ready, for Deutschland, Motz, then we have for Denmark, Sarah Andersen, Claudia Kmetio getting ready for the final, Stilde Nilsson also getting ready for Sweden, Sverige, and for Great Britain, Sienna Payne. These young athletes will decide who will take the second medals, but first of all, we need to decide which 6 athletes will go to the finals. Here we have on the first position, reigning European champion Mats Pedersen, Denmark, 27 years of age, kao što smo rekli, evo ga, evropski prvak iz Silkeborga, 27-godišnji Mats Pedersen je ovdje prvi, tu je i Volt, pa Selje za Mađarsku, Russell, još jedan Volt i Urban za Francusku, and for France, Urban, Bailey still fighting in Pannekuke. For Belgium, these are top 8 athletes currently. The guys are now finishing the second lap, znači drugi kraći krug će biti sada na kraju za ove momke. And once again, as said, all the favorites, if we compare to the results of the last European Championships, are now currently on first 6 positions, but then we have 7 and 8 position. They are still close. They're still close to this chasing group, led by Mats Pedersen and also James Russell, who was also paddling in the finals of the last year and finished 6th at the end. So the next turn for the athletes after 9:06. Once again, we would like to say 14 minutes time was, so quite fast time for the first group. 14 minuta i nekoliko sekundi je bilo vrijeme. Ako usporedimo sa prošlom godinu, 14:37 je imao evropski prvak, znači brza utrka. So fast race today if we compare the European champion won last year with 14:37. Pedersen, Volt, Selye, Russell, Volt and Urban on top 6 spots. Peli on 7th position for Hungary. Here we have once again Mats Pedersen here, number 50 on the chest and number 56 on the boat, still in the lead. So you see the 6 athletes now with a little bigger gap to number 7, to Hungarian athlete. Zalan Peli, currently 7th for Hungary, and the athletes now going back to the water for the last small lap. And now we have Hungary, Janat Selye in the lead, 20 years of age. 20 godina ima Janat Selye. On je bio u svojoj konkurenciji, pa evo ga sada u kategoriji seniorija Selye, Pedersen, Volt, Russell, Urban. Sada imaju dosta lijepu prednost, 9 sekundi su ispred Pelija, sva šestorica, so they're all 9 seconds ahead of Peli. to get these first 6 spots to reach directly the finals, who will be today at 17 and 30. Znači finale koje će biti danas u 17:30, ali mi čekamo već na drugi finale ovog evropskog prvenstva. Posle prve zlata za Mađarsku, srebra za Španjolsku i treće mjesto za Mađarsku čekamo novo finale. Odmah posle ove utrke Mats Pedersen with 57 meters lead ahead of Janat Selye, Hungary, for example. And now this athletes, 4 athletes. We have now Norway trying to take the lead. Eivind Volt, 5th place at the last European Championship. Sad sam broj 63 napao je Norvežanin Eivind Volt, koji je bio 5. recimo na prošlem evropskom prvenstvu. 11 minutes and 40 seconds since the start of K1 race. So in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, everything will be decided. Here we have both two Scandinavian athletes, Pedersen and Volt for Denmark, and Norway currently safely on first 2 spots. Short race, TP1 12:09, Pedersen, Volt, Selye, Volt. Still these 4 athletes, and then we have Russell and Urban safely on 5th and 6th spots. 14 seconds behind current top 6 is now Peli for Hungary, Bonekok for Belgium on 8th spot, and will be trying to find a way to the finals through 8 best times of the first and second hit. Kao što smo rekli, najboljih 6 ide u finale i svake grupe i onda 8 najboljih, znači 20 ćemo ih imati u velikom finalu u 17:30. So we'll have 20 athletes today at 17 and 30 of short race, 3.4 kilometers. Once again, after 13 minutes and 30 seconds for Team Hungary in the lead now. Also in this leading group, Janat Selye, 20 years of age, set now fighting for good spots in the final. So the guys are now in the finish line. Even better time than before. Još brže, još bolje. Oko 13:50. We are waiting now for the official results. Pedersen 13:50, Volt 13:50, Selye 13:52, Dissenharom Edwin Katu, Volt 13:55, 13:55, and we have Urban 14:03, 14:03, and Russell 14:04. These 6 athletes safely through to the finals, and we are waiting now for 7th and 8th spot. Here we see the reigning European champion safely through. Bonekok and Peli will have to wait 7th and 8th position for Hungary, for Belgium, Bonekok, and we are waiting now for the rest of the athletes. Werner ist auch in Ziel für Deutschland mit 50 Sekunden Rückstand auf Pedersen, 50 seconds behind Pedersen mit Zeit 14:40. Zeit ist sehr wichtig. Time is really important. As said, Redko also in the finish line, 59 seconds behind Pedersen with a time of 14:49, 13:13 till Pedersen, Denmark. Surkan also in the finish line with time of 15 and 13. We can see also the president of Croatian Canoe Federation, Mr. Turkovic, on the big screen, and here we see the Belgian athlete who has to wait, but as it looks like he will also be safely through to the finals. Bonekok And we see another athlete coming to the finish line with number 57, sa broj 57, Vukašin Vujanić, and also number 22, sa broj 22, u cilju stoji Franjo Žnidarić. So we have another two athletes in the finish line, and we're waiting now for the official results, which athletes are safely through to the finals. Meanwhile, we are waiting for the second finals of these European Championships. A umeđu vremenu čekamo na drugu finale u 12:15. Dobit ćemo znači koji će odgovor, koja država, koja zemlja će dobiti koju medalju, ili Ukrajina, Mađarska, Irska, Portugalska, Hrvatska, Njemačka, Španija, Švedska. To su znači države koje ćemo predstaviti za drugi veliki finale. These are the nations we will present for the next finals of the day. But first of all, we are waiting now for the official results for race number 5. Meanwhile, we are waiting for race number 6. This is going to be the finals. The ceremony will be at 14:10. Razglašen rezultata će biti u 14:10, a 5 minuta prije već za kanu 11,8 km utrku koju je dobila predstavnica Mađarske ispred takmičarke iz Španjolske i treća je isto bila Mađarska, tako da nova zlatna medalja. So once again, new gold medal for Hungary, but we are waiting now for another final decision number 2 of this European Championship. Race number 6, K1 Junior women ahead of us in next minutes. Samo još 5 minuta ili koju sekundu manje do sljedećeg starta, so approximately 5 minutes remaining to the next start, but this is going to be the final start of K1 Junior Women Short Race. And here are the athletes. Number 71, Eugenia Tonkonok, Laskavo Prosimo, Ukraina. And then we have number 72, Jona Potkivan, Üdvözöljük, Zofia, Zerafin, Magyarország. Number 72, Szabrojem 72. And then we have number 73, representing Ireland, Kate O'Halloran. Number 73 for Ireland, Szabrojem 73. And we will present now the rest of the athletes for the finals. Number 75, 75 for Portugal, Andrea Duarte. Number 75 for Portugal. And now number 76 for Croatia, Sabrojem 76 za Hrvatsku, Mija Stojaković. And number 77 for Team Germany. Nummer 77 für Deutschland, Jordes Sommer mit Nummer 77. And number 78 for Ukraine, Marina Horchorna. For Ukraine. Number 79, we have then for Great Britain, and this is Greta Russer for Great Britain. You will see now the athletes on the big screen. Number 79 representing Great Britain. And we have another 8 finalists to present. Number 80, 80 para España, Lidia Zornoza. For Spain, the Španjolsku. Then we have number 81, 81 till Sverige, Moa Nilsson. Here we see Moa Nilsson, number 81, and number 82 representing Denmark, 82 till Denmark, Caroline Alsoer. Sabrojem 82. Here is the athlete coming from Denmark. And here we are presenting you another finalist, number 83, Arrateli Alonso para España, 83 para España. And number 84 for Team Germany, Nummer 84 für Deutschland, Annabelle Motz. Annabelle Motz, avremo 73. Then we have number 86, 86, Sarah Andersen, Denmark. For Denmark, Zadansko. And we have another few athletes to present. Number 87, Njulsven hit Claudia Kmetjo, Magyarország. And number 88, 88 till Sverige, Tilde Nilsson. And number 89 for Great Britain, Sienna Payne. These are the finalists. Ovo su finalistke.
Attention, we would like to ask the Norwegian team leader to come to the competition committee. Once again, we would like to ask the team leader of Team Norway
Come
to
all
come
together,
to
battle
competition
slowly,
committee.
in one line. All together, in one line. 82, slow down. 79, slow down. Everybody stop before the start line. Everybody stop. 87 back. 87 back. All together in one line. All together in one line. Ready, go!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we started with the finals. K1 Women's Short Race Juniors. This is going to be the second final decision of the day. Znači, ovo će biti druga utakmica. Podelit ćemo drugi komplet medalja. Zornoza je napala tu za Španjolsku. And we have here now fighting for Spain. Lidia Zornoza, 18 years of age, and once again we would like to say 3.4 kilometers. We will have 2 portages, and we will present another set of the medals. Oh, interesting situation now. You see the athletes paddling a little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the coast, and the rest of them a little bit to the middle of the river Sava for the next set of the medals set First medals were taken by Hungary and Spain, and now we see 19 athletes coming for Great Britain. Payne, Nilsson, Sverige, Kvetio, Magyarország, Andersen, Denmark, Mozart, Deutschland, Alonso, España, Denmark, also Nilsson till Sverige, para España, Zrnoza for Great Britain, Röser, Čorna for Ukraine, Zomach, Deutschland, Stojakovic za Hrvatsku, to sú znači djevojke u velikom finalu, and also the rest of the finalists, Eugenia Tonkanov, Ukraine, Zofia Serafin, Magyarország, Kate Halloran, Ireland, and Andrea Duarte, Portugal. And we will see the first final decision of K1 men's short race. We will find out 8 European champions today. One is already known, and here we have Hungary once again in the lead. Here we have Klaudia Kmetio taking the lead, 17 years of age. 17-godišnja Klaudia Kmetio je sada napala za Mađarsku. And then we have for Denmark, Sara Andersen. Once again, this is now the junior competition. Znači ovo su juniorke do 18 godina. Evo ga, prvi okret, first turning, and we'll see a little bit bigger gap now. Röser now still fighting for Great Britain to get second position before the next pump, before the portage number 1. But we have, let's say, a few meters, about and a half in advance for Klaudia Kmetio, Hungary, Röser, Kmetio, Nilsson, Andersen, Payne, and Serafin still in the fight. Nilsson, for example, 7 seconds behind. Mutz auf Platz Nummer 8 mit 9 Sekunden Rückstand. 9. Platz für Sommer mit 10 Sekunden Rückstand. 9th place for Sommer. Alonso there. Then we have Tonkonov, Duarte, and Čorna, 17 and 20 seconds. So they should lose their pace if they will not fight, if they will not dig, if they will not try to chase this leading group of the free athletes who are now in the lead for let's say 20 meters. 21.31 is the distance between group number 1 and number 2. Evo već 20 metara su ispred ove tri djevojke, 3 minute i 20 od starta, 3 minutes and 20 since the start. We have the athletes for K1 women short race juniors ahead of this leading group, Röser, and then we have Hungary and Denmark. So we have Röser, Klaudia Kmetio, and Sara Andersen in the lead, and we will soon see them for the portage. Here we have Sweden and Spain. Lydia Zornosa for Sweden till Sverige. Moa Nilsson attacking, number 81. Sabrina 81 with the babe number 81 now fighting for Sweden with a boat speed 13.4 kilometers. And there we go now for Sweden. Evo ga za Švedsku, pa da vidimo ako se ovdje mogu priključiti na 4., 5. i 6. poziciji. 4th, 5th and 6th position. Then we have another group of 3, group of 2, and then this group now literally falling apart now because we have 3 athletes now in the battle for the medals. Znači imamo 3 ispred. Evo ga ide i Stojakovic, Kate O'Halloran also for Ireland, now 126 meters behind current leading group after 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Posle 4 minuta i 45, blizu su djevojke prvom portiđu. So they're getting closer and closer to the portage number 1. These athletes in the fight for another set, another complet of medals. Röser, Andersen, Kmetio, Serafin is now 7 seconds behind. Payne now fighting from behind for Great Britain. Sienna Payne, also 17 years of age. And now the athletes approaching the portage number 1 for their nations. We have number 100, Greta Röser, Great Britain, leading this group after this portage for Great Britain. Evo ga ide ga za Veliku Britaniju, tu još jedna Britanka, Sienna Payne. Ima još tu djevojka, but we have another athletes now for the portage exit number 1. And another excitement here for the second set of the medals. Here we have for Portugal. For Portugal, we have now here in the fight, so 6 minutes, and the ladies are back in the water. Russer now fighting for Great Britain. Oh, then we have Caroline Alsoer together with our security. Evo ga sa našim momcima ide takmičarka Kajstanske, znači to je Caroline Alsoer, koja nažalost neće danas doći do cilja. Evo ga, tu je i Mija Stojaković sa brojem 76 ide. So here we have also the athlete coming from Croatia, Mija Stojaković. And here we have in the water now portage, best time, oh Payne, only 24 seconds for portage. Znači najbrže je bila Payne sa 24, onda sa 25 Serafin Röser i Kmetjov Andersen Nielsen. So the fastest portage time was set by Payne, Great Britain, 24 seconds, and the athletes are now 7 minutes in the water. They are closing and closing. Now the first part of the competition, 1.7 kilometers. They will soon be in the second part. Znači uskoro će biti posle 1,7, znači u drugom dijelu utrke. 7 minuta i 15 od starta, 7 minutes and 15 since the start. We have Greta Russer in the lead for Great Britain. Za Veliku Britaniju. Great Britain in senior competition, for example, they are on the 6th position in the history of canoe marathon championships. They took 5 gold, 8 silver and 7 bronze medals, so 20 in total. 20 medalja imaju Britanci, 5 zlatnih na evropskim prvenstvima u kajakaškim maratonima. And we will see now the next intermediate time for this group, which is getting bigger and bigger, or we can say longer and longer. Greta Russer for Great Britain now, the next turning. And we have the athletes for Great Britain fighting, and also for Hungary still in the fight, and for Denmark also Sarah Andersen. These athletes are still in the fight for the medals, but you can see here in the first play number 79 and the beep number 100 for Greta Russer, who's still in the lead. You see now 7:59, 6 seconds behind is Kmetjo Magyarország. There is Spain, Great Britain. Ide Russer, Kmetjo za Mađarsku, Payne, Andersen već je na 4. mjestu, Serafin 5th place, Nielsen 6th and 7th place, Sommer auf Platz Nummer 8 für Deutschland mit 34 Sekunden Rückstand, 34 seconds behind. Current leader Greta Russer is now Sommer, and here we see the athlete who unfortunately fails to come to the finish line, Caroline Alsoer. We just hope that everything is okay with our young athlete, only 14 years of age, coming from Denmark. And we go on with our competition. You can see now officially abandoned Caroline Alsoer, but here we see the fight for the medals. Evo ga, ide ovdje borba za medalje na ovom prvenstvu, pa ćemo vidjeti sada može li Russer. Sada je napala, sada su također i Russer i Kmetjo su napale. So now we see Russer and Kmetjo with a bigger gap. And they are now holding the medals, but first of all they have to do the portage number 2 and the lap number 3 to take the glory. After second lap we will see Russer in the lead of Kmetjo, so Great Britain ahead of Hungary. Znači Velika Britanija, Mađarska. Oh, here we see the umbrella flying, but yes, still we see 89, 86 and 72 now. These athletes, Platz Nummer 7 jetzt für Deutschland, still fighting for top 6 spots of this K1 Women's Short Race Juniors. You do see on the big screen, Kmetjo with number 87 for Hungary, who's now currently holding the silver medals. But there we have 89 and 86, Sarah Andersen and Sienna Payne for Great Britain and Denmark, now fighting for the first spot. And we are waiting now for the next portage for K1 Women's Short Race Juniors. Evo ga, portage broj 2, uskoro za trenovka možemo reći. Evo ga, još nekoliko metara, few meters to go. for all these athletes. And here we have now Greta Rösser in the lead for Great Britain. Here we see the young British athlete chasing the medal, not only the medal but the gold. Here we have Claudia Kmetjo, Magyarország. And here we see the drama for the third place. Evo ga ide ovdje za treću poziciju između Sara Anderson i Siene Payne za Dansku i Veliku Britaniju for Denmark and Great Britain of this K1 women short race juniors. Currently 5th place for Hungary. Serafin fighting for 3rd place for Hungary of this race number 6, as we said, as the last race of this first part of the day. 11:36, 8 seconds splitting Rösser and Kmetjo. 8 sekundi između Rösser i Kmetjo. A vidimo kako je za treće mjesto Payne 20, Payne 20 second behind. I Anderson je izgubila sada 7 sekundi u ovom portage-u. She lost 7 seconds in this portage. So now we see how important is the portage. Serafin coming from behind from spot number 5, fighting Anderson on spot number 4. So 6 seconds only between these two young athletes fighting for the medals. And portage to best time, Serafin was the fastest, 25 seconds, znači najbrže je bila u portage-u Serafin sa 25 sekundi, a ovo imamo Rösserjevu za Veliku Britaniju koja napada svoje prvo zlato, fighting for the gold medal. Greta Rösser, Great Britain. Also, Marina Chorna unfortunately abandoned for Ukraine. And we see now the athletes fighting for the medals. Here you see on the river Saba, the first final decision in kayak competition, since we have already the first champions in canoe coming from Hungary. But here Greta Rösser, 32 meters ahead of Claudia, 32 metara ispred Klaudije Kmetjo je sada Britanka Greta Rösser. I ovdje sljedeći portić za Miju Stojaković. And the next portage for the next young athlete, only 15 years of age, coming from the hosting nation Croatia, Mija Stojaković. 14 minutes since the start. We have first, second, third and fourth place now, and in the last part of this competition are now the athletes fighting for the medals. Znači u posljednjem dijelu utrke su djevojke u kajaku na kratkoj 3400 metrov dugoj prugi. Rösser for Great Britain now will try to take the first gold medal. And here in the last few hundred meters are now the young athletes. Znači u posljednjih nekoliko 100 metara su sada djevojke. I kao što izgleda prva zlatna medalja ovog europskog prvenstva i za Veliku Britaniju. As it looks like we are going to have gold medal. Fastest lap you see Rösser 5:10, Kmetjo and Serafin 5:11 and 5:15. And we will be able now to greet the European champion. Evo ga, posljednji metri za europsku prvakinju. Greta Rösser iz Velike Britanije će to biti, a na drugom mjestu će biti Claudia Kmetjo. So once again, the ladies and gentlemen approaching the finish line. The European champion coming from Great Britain, Greta Rösser. Greta Rösser in the finish line. Thank you for the applause. And the silver medalist goes... And the silver medal goes to Hungary, Claudia Kmetjo. Claudia Kmetio takes the silver medal for Hungary. And we see now the battle for the bronze. And the bronze, 15:41, 11 seconds behind is Kmetio. And as it looks like, another bronze medal goes to boat number 89. So Great Britain, Sienna Payne takes bronze medal for Great Britain. And here we have the fourth place for Denmark. And this is Sarah Andersen coming to the finish line. Payne takes bronze medal for Great Britain. Andersen, fourth place for Denmark. And here we see the battle for fifth place. Helga Koja Andersen, fourth place. And we have fifth and sixth place for next two young athletes. Zoma auf Platz Nummer 5, Serafine, fifth place for Serafine Hungary. Und Zoma aus Deutschland, wie sieht das aus? Sechster Platz mit 55 Sekunden Rückstand, 55 seconds behind. Rösser now is Sommer for Germany. Alonso para España, Nilsson till Sverige. 7 and 8 position for Alonso and Nilsson. Spain and Sweden. So we have 8 athletes in the finish line, but once again, gold medal goes to Rösser, second and silver medal goes to Kmetio, Hungary, and Payne takes the bronze. So one important thing to say, Hungary has won 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze in the first part of this European Championship, 1 gold and 1 bronze. Great Britain and 1 silver to Spain. Znači, posle prvih dvije utakmica ima Velika Britanija zlatnu i brončanu, a ima zlatnu, srebru i brončanu ima i Mađarska, a Španjolska ima srebro. Evo ga, 3 zemalje imaju već medalje. So 3 countries have already won the medals here in Slavonski Brod for the European Canoe Marathon Championship. We wish you a pleasant stay normally. And Moz ist auch schon in Ziel für Deutschland mit 1,19 Rückstand. And we have Duarte for Portugal in the finish line. And Tonkanov also in the finish line for Ukraine. So these athletes are now in the finish line. Once again, we go on with the next competition, race 7. It's going to be C1 Junior Men, 15.40 kilometers, znači 15,40 kilometara u 14.00 sa Španjom, Sanchez, Hosen i onda za Hrvatsku Sunić i Mesić, Petar Sunić i Bruno Mesić, pa Kristijan Kubica za Polsku, Plusik Mađarska i za Ukrajinu Danilo Melničuk i Maksim Lavrančuk. To će biti sljedeća odlučujuća utrka koja počinje u 14.00 u 15:30 četvrti finale K1 Junior. And the next finals of K1 Junior Men will be at 15:30. Once again, wish you a pleasant stay in Slavonski Brod, and we'll be back later von Samora. Eine wunderschöne Abend noch weiter. Viele schöne Momente und natürlich wir sind sehr schnell zurück. Evo ga, svako dobro svima i dobar tek svima, svako dobro. I evo ga, ide u cilj još Mija Stojaković, 15-godišnja takmičarka, ide Mija Stojaković coming to the finish line. Once again, thank you for the applause. Hvala lijepa za aplauz za Miju Stojaković. And thank you for another applause, another athlete in the finish line. Hvala lijepa još jednom za još jedan aplauz.
Kao što smo rekli, ladies and gentlemen, now all the athletes are in the finish line. Two unfortunately abandoned of the race. We just hope that everything is okay with our young athletes. So once again, we wish you a pleasant stay, enjoyable. Also guten Appetit. Wir sind natürlich zeli dobro ucekima. Space Matex, ci dobar tek svima i čujemo se.